Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of A Drink with
Meri
and Mina. And today I'm drinking coffee. What did I want to today? The real drinks
I'm drinking a glass of red wine.
I think we all are.
So
This
is Rohit.
Gin and tonic
Yeah, right.
and red wine.
Well, our guest, can you introduce him, please?
Oh yeah, while she pours our lovely red wine, I will introduce our guest. Our dear guest is Rohit Rai. Some of you might know him as ft.BAKA YAROO on Instagram. And today we will be talking all about traveling. I think a lot of youngsters, especially Nepali guys from a lot of people are traveling more now.
Post-pandemic as well.
Yeah, post-pandemic as well. But
Sorry,
I don't think I know of any other person who has been a full-time traveler for a couple of years.
Couple of years, definitely not. I've had people travel after they graduated for a few months and a year max, but a couple of years probably not.
But as far as I know, you went for a few months and they somehow became 2 years, didn't it?
So this was the plan. I think at first I told my mom, like, म नेपाल गएर 2-3 देश घुमेर 1 महिना 2 महिनामा आउँछु because I didn't know what was going to happen. So 1-2 महिनामा फर्किहाल्छु. त्यतिखेर I had a girlfriend and she was like, I told her like 1 year was the plan and she's like, no, come back quicker, come back earlier.
Yeah.
Like, okay, 5 months, January to the New Year आइसक्छु. Okay. But my mom thought I was going for like 2-3 months, whatever. गयो यताउति भयो. Shit happened.
Oh no.
And then 1 year पछि नि, and then ended up becoming 2 years.
Did you always want to travel? Just suddenly? Okay.
Yeah. Traveling was always a thing for me, and especially मेरो त्यो स्कुलको साथीहरु like प्रशान्तहरु को हैन. I think ever since we graduated secondary school, so after we finished school in secondary school, we have like about maybe 5 different group pages on a Facebook like पहिला भनेको 2012 देखिको saying summer holiday 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. But then never happened.
I was gonna say, did it actually happen?
It never happened. And then this time, say I only went because it was like graduation भयो. Now it's time to look for a career. If I get stuck in a career, then I won't be able to do anything that I want to do properly. So I was like, even if it's just 5 months or a year, let me go do it. And if I don't like it, I'll just come back one day. And then त्यतिखेर I was like, this time I don't want to ask anyone, or even if I do, like I want to ask like a small group, because obviously you do want to go with like a lot of friends, right? You want to,
especially when you're young.
And you want to like share that experience and everything. And I was like, nah, if I do that, it's gonna happen whatever happened like Poilane. So I was like, let's just like go with whoever comes.
I've gone from traveling with a huge group, like all my friends, to going to solo traveling because exactly that's what happened. That's what happened. First, the plans wouldn't work out. It would take so long to organize and plan. Second of all, half the people wouldn't turn up. Like they would leave as we went along. And then what I also found when I was traveling with big group was like big group. I'm saying like 5-6 people, right? You would go and then there would be people who would behave like a child, who you would have to wake up, who would be a bit on the lazy side. Like you would have to drag them along. And then I and one of my friends have always been the planner. Okay, today we're going to do this, we're going to see this. So we were passionate. We wanted to see that. And the people would just follow along. And then sometimes when they weren't happy with what we had planned, then we would get resented. And I'm like, excuse me, you ungrateful bastards. Like, what the hell? So that's when I realized, you know what? I just don't want to carry a baggage.
That's true.
And plus, a lot of people their traveling style don't match.
That's so true.
Definitely, because I'm more of your slower traveler. I like to spend my own time in probably stay in a city for like maybe 2-3 days. Whereas some people just like now boom gone. But I understand that, and I don't really because we planned Vietnam together. Remember? And I backed up because I was just like, this is not happening. Me and Mina did and I'm glad I did that.
I think Vietnam fell through with you only because
your friend bailed out.
So what the plan for Vietnam was, we had a plan, right? We were like, okay, we're gonna do Vietnam and we're gonna do it on a bike. So the whole original plan was we'll do the length of Vietnam. You know the Top Gear special?
Yeah, so from Ho Chi Minh City all the way to Hanoi.
Yeah. We're gonna do the length of Vietnam on a bike. And we're like, okay. So she can't ride and then my boyfriend can't ride.
What? You was like can't ride?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the
she
whole
forced
story.
him.
Yeah.
What?
He can't ride. No, exactly.
You was time, mate. What the fuck, bro?
And then my other friend was gonna come meet us in Vietnam from Nepal.
Yeah.
So he was like, we thought, okay, between two of us, we might just be able to, get four of us on a bike.
Oof, that would have been tough.
That would have been tough. Exactly. I know. Now I know it would have. So my other friend was like,
wait.
I am
bike as in a motorbike or a scooty?
No,
actual
a motorbike.
Actual motorbike. Yeah. Okay.
And he was like, I am not carrying anybody behind me, because he knew the pain, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay. So how is this gonna work out? And as we discussed, he bailed out. He was like, it's not happening. And then she was like, I will be like majorly third wheeling.
Oh yeah,
and they were like
sure.
freshly covered up as well. Okay, so it's like cringy.
Yeah.
And then me on a bike, and then the two of them wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
So it was just Diwash and me in the end, and then we went, and we didn't actually do the length of Vietnam on a bike because he just wasn't keen on it. But all we did was like semi-automatic scooters.
Okay, yeah.
Because I didn't get time to learn proper bike.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't get time to learn a proper bike. And then we went there. And then we were gonna go right at the north of Vietnam, where
like the Ha Giang
place, and it was like a 3-day full-on trip on a scooter.
Oh, yeah.
And we got there, we hired the scooter, and then the guy was like, "We'll teach you." And then that was the first time he ever rode a scooter or semi-automatic. We literally went around a little road twice, and then we're like, "Let's go."
That is, I would hate.
So you guys did the Ha Giang loop on a scooter?
Yeah.
You guys did it on a fucking scooter?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
3 days, 3 on full-on days. By last day, my Diwas was like fucking done. Okay, he was.
Mind you, he just did 2 cycles of the scooter and then he went on a trip.
Yeah.
But he did it quite well. But my goodness, by the 3rd day, that
ass
was
just oh my days.
It's the back as well. Do you not feel?
I swear to God, ass is next level.
Especially
it's
your
the volleyball.
With the groin area, ma.
Yeah. For us ladies, and then probably for boys as well. It was knowing me, I overplanned again. And then the last day we had a overnight bus at 8:00, and we were still like 6 hours away by midday.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
So we had like nothing. So Ha Giang, if we're going to Ha Giang, 3 days is not enough. Like
Ha Giang, usually it's recommended a week.
How did you do it in 3 days?
We gave up a lot of things. We gave up Sapa. We gave up thingy. We just went
Sapa.
Yeah, I know, because his friend said that Sapa was way touristic now. Okay. So
when I went, it was actually alright.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he said to Sapa is way touristic, so you can't really like.
It's same as Ha Giang, man. I think Ha Giang is more touristy than Sapa.
Really?
Sapa is touristic, I know. But I think it's because it's just like a city, near the town, without the deck. So Ha Giang is you're on a road trip, but everything you only meet tourists on like accommodations.
Yeah, hostels. A little village.
You guys got ripped off if you guys stayed in a hostel. Ha Giang Loop Meyer.
Oh no.
Hands down, you guys got ripped off.
What do you mean?
Because Ha Giang hostels was like what, $7? Did I know? $7 I know. For $6 you get a really nice hotel room.
Oh my
So
day.
me and my friend, I met a Canadian Native American race. Okay, I met him in Ho Chi Minh, and when we were doing the Ha Giang Loop, or whenever we did the motorbike.
Yeah.
We were just staying in this Hagi or however you pronounce that. So it's basically like a hotel race, local hotels, and they charge like $5, sometimes $4.
Did you split between the two?
Split between the two. It's like $2 per night. On your hostel, check on the go. Hostels obviously look really nice, and now tourist like Bonaka with like the bamboos and everything. We asked them, and they're like $8, $12. I'm like, No, it's okay.
Too expensive for
me. We'll go. Yeah. We'll go stay in a nicer hotel instead.
We probably got ripped off. But I like the vibe though.
Hostel vibe is really
all
nice.
All the tourists would go there, and then they would start eating food. Yeah. They would start eating, the cheering, and then like people started party smoking, dancing and stuff. Sometimes there are like events and stuff. Hostel now, which is super fun. Like family dinner, where everyone's together like in a big table, and they like literally you cook and everything, and you just prepare your own meal and everyone shares. Yeah,
that's so cool.
It's really nice. Hostel life is really nice.
Maybe you need to go. I would love to go again.
Have you never stayed in a hostel?
I have, but in India. But it wasn't really like a proper hostel.
Okay, school hostel, like anything.
No, school hostel. I stayed in Nepal. That was traumatic enough. Thank you.
School hostel,
no, but our hostel was quite decent. Not gonna lie.
But Vietnam is so damn cheap. I was surviving Vietnam a week for £30. £30 a week.
Oh my god! What, including food and
including
everything?
Food, transport, hotel.
That is so
£30. But obviously hotel that I was splitting with Satvi. But yeah, still £30 a week. Rough.
That's decent.
But that country, honestly, I would go again and again.
It's too big. It's
I would love to go Vietnam because Vietnamese is one of my top tier food.
Mate, so, the one thing that Diwas did not like about Vietnam was the weather.
Oh,
he was how he was going through 5-6 t-shirts.
I would hate it as well.
That was the only time in my whole years of dating him that I've smell taken body odor. Every destination he would buy a tourist t-shirt with
a Vietnamese flag. Yeah, everyone buys that.
He literally put that around. He was like buying t-shirts.
That would be me.
Oh my god,
I can't even laugh at him.
You could have just hand washed, but then it would be wet, eh?
Yeah, to be honest, with that weather, he would have put it on and gone on a scooter.
Yeah, and
it's
true. Probably cooled him as well. To be fair,
but I'm telling you, the most thing that he got ripped off was the t-shirts.
Oh my days.
So you're telling me if I go Vietnam, I have to pack just t-shirts?
You need to pack a lot of t-shirts.
I would say one t-shirt a day, Only just in case, save one for like night ko lagi matra.
That's normal person. We're talking about me here.
No, because it's not because it's not. You would stink like BO right now. Well, depending on Mansia.
Yeah.
But usually, because you're traveling the whole day anyway, you won't be going in or somewhere to keep changing your clothes. So, for example, if you're Hajan Loop Gorisari, you're riding the bike for like, let's say 6 hours, and you get to your destination, but you don't go to your hotel straight away. You're just out traveling the whole time, and then you just come in your room. Rati matra change garne and come use that.
You basically become the khate tourist that we you basically become
that was me in India.
That's me as well. Do you know Diwas Rai Basel Dai sent me £10 saying, "La bhai, I'll give you donation and go get a haircut." He literally said that. I've actually sent it to you.
What did you do with the £10 though? I bet you didn't get a haircut.
No, I didn't. The haircut was like 30p.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did.
I think what I loved was how cheap the massage was.
Vietnam, I don't know if I didn't massage in Vietnam. Oh my god.
I was like, honey, I am getting a massage every 3 days. Like I want it. Foot massage the daily boy earlier, no?
Yeah.
Like whole full body massage, I wanted it every 3 days. But he was not keen on it. I was like, I would love it, but then he was like, the pressure was not good enough for me. I was like, yeah, say it then, isn't it?
Yeah.
He wants the hard one. Huh?
Yeah. Oh my god. Where did this conversation is going somewhere else?
I love it.
He did say, we can talk for months if you're talking about traveling. And I'm like, oh my god.
Because traveling has so many topics you can talk about on Sunny. And obviously every country gives you different types of travels and different types of vibe. There's not just one form of traveling. Yeah. There's backpacking. Then there's the holiday traveling.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, like slow paced travel, fast paced travel.
Yeah.
Everyone has their individuality.
I think for me,
it's raining. It's quite nice.
It's raining, by the way. Half of the time, the Vietnam, when we were planning, I think I was just graduated then.
Yeah.
What is this?
Cheese. The red
Leicester.
Leicester.
With crackers and some sweet chili jam. Chili jam. It
tastes nice. But yeah, to me, I was very anxious to travel on my own. I had so many plans that failed because I wasn't ready myself. But I think I'm finally ready now. Yeah. The whole pandemic.
It's the ready one, Sunny.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, What is the definition of I am ready? Like, when do you know you're ready?
It was me and my mental state, rather than me being financially ready, because that's just never going to be enough. You're never going to be like, oh, I'll earn this amount of money and I'll travel. That's just never it.
Yeah.
But me, mentally, I wasn't ready myself. Yeah. But now I'm just like, okay, own up to things. Whatever.
So, to be honest, if I hadn't traveled for the first time for a different purpose, I don't think I would have ever tasted solo traveling. I think it would have taken me a lot more time and courage.
Solo traveling takes guts.
Yeah. You know what my first solo destination was?
Where?
China.
Was it? Yeah. That must have been tough, eh?
It was bloody tough. When I landed at the airport at 1 a.m, I was like very unprepared. Okay, very unprepared. First of all, I was like, I want to test my limit. I want to see whether I will cope. I want to drop myself in the middle of nowhere and I'm going to see if I survive or not. So I went, right? And then it was very unprepared, very unorganized. Yeah. When I look at that, I was like, I must have been stupid. Okay, it was so unsafe as well. So I went there, right? And I knew I needed VPN. So I didn't have a SIM card. I had no internet. I had no service. I didn't have a proper phone. I didn't have a smartphone. And then
you didn't have a smartphone?
No, I didn't have a smartphone.
What year was it calling?
Yeah, this was 2000 end of 2011.
You have a smartphone then, no?
No, I think the Sony Ericsson Bilai, no?
I took Sony
Ericsson,
yeah.
No, the smartphone baka on the
little, you know the Sony Ericsson that was like
flip one. Yeah.
Which is so fucking annoying. So,
I love that phone.
Yeah. Well, you love it now, but not that. I landed at 1 a.m at the airport, mom, and I came out and I was like, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Nobody speaks English. Not a lot of people do. Like, it's such a chaotic place, and you don't have internet. And at that point, I think I'd gone for a student exchange program for a month that time. Okay, and I knew somebody was gonna pick me up, but he was late. It's like, I later find out after a panic attack or two. I found out later. Okay, I was like looking for my name, but there was nobody, and I was like sat there thinking, have I been ripped off? Like, have I been abandoned in this place? I was like, what do I do now? And then back and forth of pacing around for 1 hour. Then I saw somebody with my name, and I was like, oh, fucking thank God. And then even then, I went with him. And this was like 2-3 in the morning, right? With a stranger. I went, and then I didn't know Shanghai Pudong was like way out in the airport, out from the main city. We kept going, we're in a dark motorway, and I'm like, okay, like this is it. I'm done.
This is my kidnap story.
This is how I died. But then he took me to a hotel, and then later on we had an orientation and everything. I was like, oh my God, thank God. And then that's when I met a couple of people in the same program. And one of the girls I really, really liked, she was from Sweden, but she lived in London, and then she was gone for St. Wheels. We clicked on so nicely, and oh my God, we literally went around China. We would so for 5 days we would work at a company, and then on the weekends they would organize us like business meetup, like everything. And then for 3 evenings a week we would have to learn Chinese, and then 1 or 2 days every week we would get like free
days
time.
off.
So on those free times we were like, oh, where do you want to go? We would just went on surrounding areas, but it was so good. But that trip was just when you think, okay, Asian, how much different not in China, you go in there and there's like a culture shock. I'm like really, like this happens here? And I'm like, okay. People would be like farting on the street, and then farting is not frowned upon in China. It's actually,
is it not? Is it normal?
They think it's actually good out here because it's good for health.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
So that way, and then
I think burping as well, though.
Burping is quite common in Asia. They don't really care.
Yeah, they just burp.
And then little that phlegm.
That's
That's quite common. And then like people just like at such speed, they go around. It's so chaotic and it's so huge. I was like, oh my God, like China is so. But then when they ask you where you're from and you tell them that you're from Nepal, they treat you like you are their person. Okay? They are like, they love you like it's your, like they are, because you're a neighbor, Nita. They'll give you a different, but Shanghainese are like a bit darker in uske color,
are they?
because they're like in
more southern,
Nita. So they are like hammer color. Okay? So I would get mistaken so many times as
local
Chinese.
one, right?
Yeah.
I know that
I would
feeling.
have like my black friend with me. We would go around, right? And then we'd go to the shops to haggle or to say something. And then the Chinese person, she was there before me, so she had more Chinese lessons than I had, right?
Yeah.
And then she would say, like, oh, you know, this, yo, mayo, and then the Chinese person would look at me and like, ask me to of course.
I don't have Google on my phone.
In that zamana, no, Google Translate wasn't even accurate.
That's true. 2012, 11, right?
2011, Google, like, it wasn't even accurate.
Google was, those things were like barely working.
I don't think we even used Google.
Yeah.
Not even Google Maps.
Yeah.
Like the program manager gave me like
Facebook was like weird as hell to use.
We used to use Facebook on desktop.
Yeah.
Who does that now?
And was it the Vodafone family pack and stuff? 3 to 3 free calls, or it's all maybe like that.
Minutes used to be a thing. Everything is unlimited minutes now.
But the data is the other thing. When I say unlimited data, I'll say restricted data.
Yeah. But anyway, which was the first country that you went to?
First was Japan. Japan was the first one.
Why Japan though?
Because it was the most expensive. I needed to make sure I have the budget to explore Japan. And plus, and we're like, they all wanted to go Japan as well. They came and I was like, that would first help me budget, and it would reduce like and I would see how much money I would spend and not afterwards. Okay? So Japan was a good shout because it was fucking expensive. Oh my days!
I've heard that from everyone.
It was so expensive, I know. After the first night, second night they came. We only ate from 7-Eleven for like 2 weeks. Except for one time.
Where did you eat on the first day?
Japan's 7-Eleven has such a good food though.
That's true though. That is what we didn't mind.
Lunch is like kokoro.
Yeah, it's
I can see the tonkatsu sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's worth it as well. But yeah, man, like the restaurants are like Jesus Christ. I mean, even 7-Elevens were quite pricey. We're spending like £13 each or £14 each.
Per meal or per day?
Per meal.
That's quite expensive.
Japan could say, you would be spending the same amount as you'd be spending if you went around eating out here.
Yeah.
Literally. Or even a bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
But the quality must be nicer though.
The thing is, quality ramen. If you go directly from UK, you're used to eating Western portion, right?
Yeah.
Japan
Oh no.
That's the reason we stopped going to the restaurant. That's the reason we stopped going to the restaurant. First a couple of days try gare.
You're still hungry after the meal?
We paid like freaking £40 whatever for a meal, and afterwards we're still starving. So we have to go 7-Eleven anyways.
Yeah.
To get more food. So after that we're like, okay, fuck this. 7-Eleven only. 7-Eleven duita ke tinta meal kinthyo. Khayo. And the peak thing was like राति हुन्थ्यो अनि भित्र बस्न ठाउँ थिएन कि के हुन्थ्यो. We used to sit outside in the car park, like obviously we're looking like beggars as well, हैन. Chapel, half pant, t-shirt, पसिनै पसिना भएको कपाल.
Yeah, he bought it twice. Once. One more time.
I wore it every time.
Yeah.
Every time. अनि कपाल पनि लुत्रुकै भिजेको हुन्थ्यो, कस्तो हुन्थ्यो हैन. अब महिलाहरूले गर्ने कस्तो भइराखेको बेला बाहिर बसेर ब्यागहरु यहाँ हुन्छ लथालुङ खादै बसेको हुन्छ नि. Yeah. But yeah, it was what it was. Good experience.
Japan, one good thing is they don't care, right? They don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how to stare. Like Japan, I honestly, I love that city, man. Like
Japan is next level.
That city,
that country. I haven't been. I've been looking for a foodie friend to go with.
Mate,
so I'd probably be that person who spends £40 in a restaurant. That'd be me.
Like
you'd probably spend more because you want like.
Yeah, that's me. So I want a foodie friend.
How long were you there in Japan for?
Japan I went twice. First time I think like 20 days, 21 days like the full length of JR pass go maximum limit.
Yeah.
And to make the most out of it.
Yeah.
Because JR pass costs like £400 or something.
For 21 days. Yeah.
On his second time say 2 weeks.
JR pass basically. It's like a transport pass, and when you buy that, you pre-buy it from here. You go there, you collect it there, and you get most transportation for free.
Most of that JR lines. So yeah, go Southern Railway. It's a story.
Okay. It covers most.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah. But it's like 400 something pound for.
But that actually is a lot cheaper. Did you know? Like for example, a Shinkansen from Tokyo to Kyoto is like 200 pounds, 230, 300 pounds.
It's definitely cheap. It's definitely
cheaper with the pass.
And only tourists can get that JR pass. Like locals can't get it.
So it only lasts for 21 days.
21 days is the maximum limit.
Yeah, maximum. Yeah, I had JR pass, and then for the next week, I just have to pay.
Yeah.
Can you not get another pass?
Oh, okay.
You can't get another.
Okay. Tap gonna get oysters.
Oh my god.
Tokyo money. When you use the thingy card, I was obviously budget wise, right?
Yeah.
Trying to reduce as much as I can, and in a day I was spending 20 pounds on transportation. I was crying. That's not the thing. I was walking like 3 hours, 2 hours from point A to B as well to make sure I'm not wasting money. Even then, I was wasting about 20 pounds a day. I wanted to cry out.
Oh my god!
If you want to properly enjoy Japan, you need to take a lot of money.
You know, one of my friends, he said like, if you're going to Japan, maybe take the money you've got and your credit card.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
That's
and take your credit card because you don't know what you want to buy.
It's worth it though.
It's so damn worth it. Yeah.
Oh my god! Like I was there for a month and I only managed to like sort of explore the southern part. Like I didn't even get to go to the northern part. My god, I need next time I go, I'll go to the northern. But the southern part, like even then, like
it's a month more. Yeah, 21 days. We did it in such a rush. Like it's just gotta go. Jesus, yeah, it's such a rush because like every prefecture is like so big and there's like so many things to see.
Plus you're taking a lot of pictures and videos as well, so you need to stop and have some good pictures as well.
And you'll only probably be like tourist point no matter jam gara ni bolla 21 days of
it's damn big. But it's so good,
I think
the views, the vibes, the food, the locals, the air, the breeze, and sunny.
Exactly, and their creativity. I was like, nice. Why hasn't the rest of the world thought about this?
That's so true.
They are way beyond everyone else.
I'm really sorry to say it. I've been to most Asian countries, Vietnam, Korea, but Japanese men. Oh my God.
Did you go to?
Japanese men are the most, and this is agreed by all my girls. Hey, and they've been to other countries as well. Like other countries, but Korean men, right? You see them always like, oh wow, yeah. But then in real life, it's not. It's like so, right? But Japanese men, honestly, the only country where I have seen about 2 to 3 handsome men where I had to give a second look.
Really?
Per day.
Japan, you think so?
Japan, okay.
I feel like that would be me in Middle East.
Anyway, girls, if you want to have like say, nice, good-looking Asian men, Japan.
Did you go to the place where you can hire a boyfriend?
Oh
no,
yeah, those things. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why would you not go there?
Because I spent a whole week waiting for the weather to clear out because I climbed Fuji.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, I climbed.
Did you do the bullet climb way, or did you do the way they recommend you to do it?
Love.
She went on a time where they weren't allowed enough.
Yeah, so the season one down.
So
the season's closed, right? There's no guides. All the mountain huts are closed.
Yeah.
And I'm there on my own, and I'm like, I either spend this time going around somewhere else, or I just fucking DIY this. So I had a look at the map, and I was like, is this doable? Blah blah blah. Like probably like 2 weeks of planning prior to I left.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I ordered sleeping bag, tent.
Tent?
Sleeping bag and tent from here to collect from at my hostel. I went there, I looked at the weather window, and because there's so many rumors about how you won't be allowed in there, for overnight, because I wanted to do the sunrise hike.
Yeah.
At sunrise hike, they were not even doing it because the season was already closed. They was like saying, it's it's not safe enough. So they closed mid-September. I was there in the later part of September.
Okay.
So I was like, being me, I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn and I'm stupid sometimes. And sometimes she's looking at me like, yeah, sometimes. But I was like, fuck it. So I went there. I collected my backpack. I collected my sleeping bag, blah blah blah. And then I thought, okay, I probably know the route. So I was gonna do, there's 4 routes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. When we did it,
is that another stupid?
Yeah, we ended up. I'll let you finish yours and I'll tell you my story.
So there was 4. No, only I wanted to climb the steepest one, so that it was the shortest one. Okay, so that was the shortest one, so that I could go up there, camp, watch the sunrise, and then come down. I planned all, got the planning to the time of the train that I'm gonna take. Took the train to where I had to take the bus to the bottom of that 5th station. They were like, oh, it's closed because there's a motorcycle event in that mountain road. I was like, I thought, oh my god, I planned this for 2 weeks. I'm not gonna be climbing this. And when I was like, no. I sat there for 20 minutes. I'm like depressed, and I'm not doing this. But then I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the other station. So I took another couple of hours and then went to the other 5th station. My plan was to start hiking at 11. I started hiking. Yeah, okay. I started hiking at 3 in the afternoon.
Oh shit, yeah.
And then I started climbing. As I climbed, right in the middle of it, it got dark, and people were like looking at me because I had a huge backpack. People are coming down from the day trek. And they were like looking at me, especially Japanese ones here. And I was like, you're not going up there right now, are you? And I'm like lying to them. No, I'm not. Like, I'm just going to go right there and then I'm going to come back down. But then the foreigners, like Australians and then Malaysians, they were like, are you climbing? And I was like, yes, I'm climbing. And then they like, I felt like such a celebrity because they were like taking photos of me.
They were rooting, yeah.
Because I had this huge backpack, a tiny woman, about 13 kilos backpack on my tent, everything. It got dark somewhere between 7th and 8th station, right? And then I was like, my hostel owner, he was like, don't take a tent. It's too windy up there. I was like, well, I have to have some kind of shelter. I went up there. Oh my god, I had never pitched a tent in my life, right? And then trying to do it in the dark with the instruction, where there's like bloody gravel all around. There's nowhere to peg it. There's nowhere to peg it. After an hour, I gave up. I literally gave up, and I went to a little hole. So the mountain hall was closed, right? Next to the mountain hall, there was like a wall. I went to that hole. I went up like a bit higher. I used the tent as shelter. I went down there, and I literally, in my sleeping bag, I was like in the stone, like trying to sleep. I cooked.
Wow,
I remember you took a video. She took a video and then she sent it to us on a group chat. She's like, guys, I'm here. Was it windy or was it snowing?
It was so windy. It was so windy.
All you could hear was like flabber. You were like, what the fuck?
I cooked, right? And altitude, when altitude hits, you don't taste it. I could not taste anything. And I just forced myself to eat. And then at 11 o'clock, I was like, I'm going to try and sleep now because I have to start hiking again at 2 in the morning. And I fell asleep for an hour, and then I woke up with such a massive headache. And I was like, I felt like puking, literally puked for half an hour. Somewhere in my hard drive, there's a photo of my puke. It was like a bloody round spot. For half an hour, I puked my guts out. And I said, you know what, I'm going to die if I keep going. So I said, okay, next time I'll come back.
Were you not camping at the top then?
No, I didn't even make it to the top because I had all the
shit. So you got altitude sickness then?
In the middle.
Damn.
And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to sleep. I'm not going to even try it. There's always next time if I'm alive. If I'm not alive, there's no next time.
There's altitude, especially close season like that. That's fucking
plus when no one's there as well.
And then I grabbed the sleeping blanket and I was like, I slept, and at 3 in the morning I got woken up by a noise, and I was like, okay, hang on a sec, what's happening? And I went out, and then a couple of Japanese men were like with head torches. They were climbing up for the sunrise hike as well. I was like, that time I felt fine, and I was like, fuck it. So I emptied all my stuff out, put it in a waterproof bag, hid it in a nice place, and all I took was water, a couple of buns, my GoPro, and my torch, and that's it. I started hiking, and then it took me, by the time I reached up there, it was like 10 in the morning. Went to the top and I passed out for like about 15 minutes.
I think that's everyone.
Literally, I fell asleep and passed out for 15 minutes. I got sunburned. I woke up and I'm like, okay, right, I am here. gonna go look at the crater. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? I got so disappointed by the crater. It's like this crater, like you know you.
So you climbed all that to see that?
No, you expect like a huge
proper. Yeah.
It's like a bloody slope, and that's it.
It's not like, because it's
extinct. Yeah.
Extinct. It's still active. Fuji is still active.
Dormant.
But yeah, it's just like you're covered up, so you don't really see anything.
Literally, you see
it's just like a mountain in it.
And then I was like, and then they have the little barricades where you can't even go through it. And I was like, okay, this is it. And I started going down. But the funny thing I love, you know, where they have the sand slope.
To come down.
Yeah. Oh my god, I ran.
Did you run it? Yes.
What do you mean a sand slope?
So it's like the volcanic stone here. You know, it's very
gritty.
So this might say people you just run down. It's easier. Okay, it saves your knees and stuff.
But you have to run in a certain way so that you don't go toppling.
Yeah.
So you basically run. I ran zigzag.
Yeah, zigzag.
Yeah, you run zigzag down. Okay. And I was so prepared. I even had gaiters on. Like, I didn't even fucking use half the thing that I carried up there.
She was so well prepared.
All I remember is that video, honestly.
Or nobody else. Like if it had been like one more person next to me, then I would have been so prepared, because at least if something happens to one of us, we would be, you know. But I had my first aid kit.
It's a good thing you actually took that rest there, in between, because altitude sickness you rested and then you kind of equalized on that level, and then you could go up. Oh my God. But if you had pushed it, that would have been.
Well, you equalized quite quick though, not gonna lie.
No,
it's okay though. I think
when I got down, I was about to miss my last bus back to my hostel.
Oh.
I was like running. My asthma attack was starting. And I was like, I literally saw the bus. Ran on it. I didn't even get time to buy food there. On a 1 hour bus, and then in the middle station, I would be waiting for another hour. I went in the service station. I literally bought a soup, rice. When I was there eating by myself, I literally cried because I was so hungry, so tired. I was so proud that I had survived. I was like, literally, honestly, it was. I cried, and when I came here and told my boyfriend the story, he cried as well, because I was like, I'm so hungry. Such life, man. 2 bowl of rice, it was. Honestly,
it's not even just mito. I think there's so many emotions you have in that.
It just came pouring out. Like, imagine at a bus station, a girl is just sitting there eating rice and like crying.
Looking like Zotre.
Manchester, yeah, they probably looked at you.
They probably thought like, oh, bless, someone donated her rice.
Yeah, probably, right? Probably.
Shower next time.
The worst thing is, like, people were like coming from buses, and buses were like coming out, and people were like, and this was the place where, you know, Japan, they have a really big theme park there where they have like the tallest roller coasters.
I've heard about it, but I don't know where it is.
So people would be like, that was like the transport bus.
Okay.
And people would be happy children would be like coming out with like Minnie Mouse, got their headband and everything.
And you're crying.
Coming in the corner like crying with a bowl of rice and soup. I swear to God, honestly, the memories that you make. My God. Sad. But anyway, I need to. You need to stop me from talking too much.
That's a good. If you had that on video, that would be such a good clip.
I think the ending would be like.
No, I didn't do that. Like,
can you message the bus station and be like, yo, didn't CCTV footage?
I need that
footage.
Send
it to me, please. It's worth millions.
Honestly,
that's a good Fuji trip, though. You had a good Fuji.
Honestly, I have, after that Fuji trip, I think that's, you know, when you have like, I've survived China, I can survive any country.
Yeah.
Now you're
I've
like,
survived Fuji, I can survive any mountain.
Yeah.
When you actually push it, you will discover that another level of you.
Yeah.
And you feel like, okay, that wasn't so bad. You know, it's.
I think it's like just know that is it. When we imagine things, we fear something that we haven't experienced, so then it's like, do I really want to do it? It's okay, too much of a comfort zone thing in it.
And when you actually experience that,
like,
you
it's not that scary, is it?
It's not that scary. This is what I tell her.
It's always that barrier. The only thing you should be afraid of is whether it's dangerous. Then it should be something you should worry about. But if it's just fear, then you should just go. But yeah,
she's next level.
There are many similar Meri story. Travel there's a lot of danger, fear. It's in between, and it's like probably leaning more towards danger. But it's like it's now or never. So you just do it now.
Honestly, anyway, after Japan, where did you go? Like
Japan. Wait,
actually,
my Fuji trip.
Sorry.
That's why I'm telling you. Just
can you let the guest speak here? She invites you. Let me call BAKA YAROO and Mob on too.
I want to hear that story.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. I'm really curious and say one of my mates really wanted to do Fuji, and obviously we're in Japan. We all said, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Technically, I gave him the responsibility to do the research and book the hut there because they recommend don't do the climb like up and down in one go. Like make sure you rest in the hut.
And get packed like sardines.
Yeah, we didn't do he didn't do it or we couldn't find it or something, but we didn't do none of that. त्यो एरियामा पुग्यो हैन we checked out of our Airbnb at like 6 a.m. and we went to the Kawaguchiko Lake area for like the whole day and यताउति गर्यो Fuji चढ्ने बेला यस्तो म्याप हेर्नु माथि कतिको जाडो हुन्छ I don't know why we did this, don't ask me why. BBC weatherman हैन Fuji को top को temperature
reliable.
At the ground is like 39 degrees peak ma it's 2 degrees 2 degrees मात्रै रहेछ ठिकै छ put everything in the locker just हाम्रो trackies मात्रै थियो normal trainers अनि one t-shirt and one jacket. That's it, yeah.
Where weather can change like that.
No, they thought 2 degrees.
2 degrees
was fine.
Okay. Yeah. You came a minus 5.
2 degrees, but feels like what?
You came a okay, yeah, put everything down, right? About I think 2 liters pani each bogyo. We started hiking, so we did the night hike. See, they 7 bajedeki, bam boom kya. The one we're not meant to do. We basically did it. So 7 o'clock सुरु गर्यो राति भएपछि बसमा एउटा अस्ट्रेलियाबाट केटी भेट्यौं के and she was alone and she joined our group भेट्यो and she brings out a headlight and I'm like oh shit we don't have lights राति climb
don't tell me you were mobile torching it
bingo
no but did you have a portable battery though
no so
you were like taking turns
no it somehow lasted the whole thing
okay
I don't know यस्तो भयो क्या so let's go ahead we're like oh shit we don't have lights हैन के गर्ने हाम्रो फोनको लाइट एकजनाको फोनको लाइट चलायो हिँड्यो अनि आधी बाटो देख्दा I think अलिअलि आँखा बस्नु लाग्यो के अनि was like kind of okay kind of not we like followed अगाडि मान्छेको लाइट त्यो केटीको लाइट फोनको लाइट time to time गयो माथि गयो fuck you know like after the 15 अलिकति माथि पुगेको we were dying यार भको जति ज्याकेट सबै लगायो लुगा अब के नि एउटा टी-शर्ट ज्याकेट त थियो हैन 5 जना मान्छे fucking यस्तोरी हडल गरेर every stationहरुमा हुन्छ नि the resting station you will just see like 4 3 Asian guys and 2 white people okay just like a huddled up like यस्तोरी हैन अनि एउटा माथि केटी फेरि was so awkward but like यस्तो हडल गर्दै बस्यो like yeah everyone मेरो चाहिँ लकी पानी पर्छ होला भने मैले पन्चो बोकेको थिएँ ज्याकेटको माथि पन्चो लगाए like as if it would do anything
but it still blocks the wind for
somewhat
if you tuck it in buff it and then बनाउँछ नि पन्चोले चाहिँ
yeah I didn't think of that yeah
but you thought of poncho that's good enough
yeah oh my god त्यस्तो गर्दै अनि माथि गयो basically we suffered the whole way हैन halfway मा मेरो एउटा साथी थियो this was the most traumatic scene ever so everyone else
मेरो एउटा साथी थियो
did he not make you back
साथी मेरो एउटा साथी छ and then like everyone else had gone front and I was like looking after him and I also carried his water as well so he had nothing on him he was he just had to make it to the top and it came to a point I could literally see the bloody peak he could see it and I was like Teho but then again I've been saying it's Teho for like about 6 hours or something so like Teho भन्दै त्यसलाई पुश गर्दै थिए के माथि
the other friend is me
yeah and literally that one point I hope he watches this because I'm telling everyone this one point he's like still rest गर्दै सक्दिन म रोइदै सक्दिन जान म तेरो सबै बोकेर उतै त्यो पिक देख्दैछ सनराइज भइसक्यो लेट्स गो 10 मिनेटको बाटो भइसक्छ भन्दै थिए हैन म सक्दिन तँ जा leave me behind and तँ जा मलाई छोड्दे I'm okay I will follow you from के अरे I'll follow you from behind and I'm like साच्चै हो oh don't worry about me leave me it's okay like proper dramatic and then I could just imagine myself being like a war film it's okay leave me behind and I was like bro I was laughing but at the same time like sun is rising, bro. It's now or never. I will leave you if you really want me to. But again, it's okay. Don't worry, leave me, go. Once I'm like, okay, then I just मेरो पछाडि नि त्यसको बोतल बोकेर गए है, like fucking कति 4 लिटर कति लिटरको ब्याग बोकेर गए माथि पुगे आउँदै आएन त्यो मेसेज गर्दा I couldn't make it. I went back down. So he stayed in a hut. Sally, I carried his water for no reason. We went back down. तल गएर everyone slept. त्यो स्टेसनको अगाडि बस स्टेसन कार पार्क छ कि. There was so 5 of us. There was about 4 of us there, हैन. 3 जना अनि अरु मान्छेहरु पनि dead on the car park. Just सुतेको मज्जाले snooze गर्दै हामीहरु त. त्यो 1 hour, 1.5 hour later, he's still not arrived down yet. So we're still waiting for it. Like, के भयो त? आउँदै छु तल.
That friend is me.
So yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
That was the most dramatic shit I've heard. Oh my,
that's so. As much as I'm with you, right? You went all the way through there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was so close. But then, like, because we hadn't obviously taken any rest.
But I guess that was his limit as well.
It's like literally we walked from 6 p.m. We got down at 11 a.m. The bus station ma. And after that, bus Tokyo we got to Tokyo at like 6 p.m. So it was like a 24-hour non-stop thing. Okay? And like you as well. Mathi peak ma pugyo basi hot we just needed something warm, like somewhere to be warm because it was so bloody freezing with just our jacket and t-shirt on. We ordered like a really overpriced ramen that was not even good.
Lucky you,
but
the
you
hot
needed
was
it.
open.
Needed it.
I don't think we even ate it properly. No, we just went in there, bought it just so we can sit inside, and then we slept for like 15 minutes in the restaurant.
Oh my god.
So after that, we slept. We woke up and we went out.
You guys are. Yeah. It's nice that the hot was open.
Yeah, trust me.
Like,
it's
safety first aid plus food
I wouldn't.
You would have to cry over a rice,
a
bowl of rice and soup.
But similar to you, the Australian kitty, she also had altitude sickness, but I don't know about headaches, but she did throw up, but she still just pushed it with us. Yeah. I was like, are you sure? Like, yeah.
What comes after altitude sickness? Hypoxia. Like, I know what your friend felt like, because the reason why I took so long was because I was walking like this. Literally, like I was like in my head, I was like, I'm gonna walk 10 steps and I'm gonna stop. And I'm gonna wait for it 1 minute. I'm gonna walk 10 steps. 4th step, your mind would be saying walk, your body won't move. Your heart feels like somebody's holding your heart and squeezing it like this. Because the oxygen is not getting there, so it's not struggling to pump.
No thanks.
And the backpack the backpack was literally, I felt like the collarbone was being pushed down and your heart oh my god, your bones hurt, your heart is being crushed like this, and it's like piercing pain, and then your body just does not move. You get shocked by how badly your body is moving. I was like literally your pace man. But I was like, I'm all the way here. I'm going up there.
But the friend who didn't make it to the top didn't have the altitude sickness. It was a different friend. He was fine. I think he just wasn't fit enough. Funny. The girl who had the altitude sickness, she made it with us. She was completely different. Mati got surprisingly about 3,700 meters above sea level. There's Wi-Fi in Japan. So,
exactly.
And there's vending machines. That does
step
beer.
up, UK. You can okay or not.
The thing though, when I started climbing down, I automatically felt like everything was cured.
Yeah, because as you come down, after the drop in you're back.
It was like you had this different level of energy when you came down. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, a few asthma attacks and panic attacks later.
And a soup bowl.
And a bowl of soup. I didn't do Fuji.
But Japan, Fuji is still an experience, but just don't do it in one go.
Don't do it like
and don't trust the weather. Like if it says 2 degrees, prepare for like -10.
I probably wouldn't even go Fuji. Like I'm not even gonna be ambitious on that.
No, you should. You shouldn't do it when people are doing like the touristy season, ma. When they
human
have
traffic.
queues.
Human traffic, but traffic, so we just created our own path. And the thing was, we took the steep route that you wanted to go, like literally rock climbing halfway. And this is the thing. We didn't know there was 4 paths. Like, first of all, okay, we left all our warm clothes in the locker now. Second of all, no light. Okay. Third of all, mati goyo tolayo. Then we figured out, oh, there's an easier path that grandmas can do as well. Like buri bachale ni garcha ke yo khas. Through the easy path. Tolayo, I'm like, I'm sure this is meant to be easier. Bachale ni gareko dekhe dai मैले भन्छु के साथीहरुलाई. How the fuck could, to be honest, that was our motivation. Like when it was getting harder, we were like,
if a grandma can do
it, grandma, why can't we do it one day? We just pushed ourselves. Yeah. Then we found out later on, like someone told us that was the harder route, and we're like, thanks for letting us know.
Done it, the one at the end.
Yeah.
There's like easy end, and then there's the sand path that you go up.
Oh,
who would go up a sand path? You would come down a sand path.
With all honestly, it was quite fun.
Like, I feel for your friend who didn't make it to the 10 minutes. That was so jokes.
That's a true adventure, isn't it?
It was so fun. Oh yeah.
I can't relate because this is not my type of traveling for sure. I'm just like, okay, cool. This is nice having me here, guys.
I wish my friend did make it to the top though. I wish he made it. It would have been nice because we waited for him for so long up there as well, like thinking he was gonna make it. And tolo gएर hotma पुगेर Wi-Fi पाएर.
You know, he probably didn't believe that it was 10 minutes.
Probably because I lied to him for like 6 hours.
Yeah, probably. And then plus like once you cross the limit, that's it.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just about crossing the limit. It's okay like if it was sea level, like oxygen boundary recovery is easier. When you're like 3,000 meters above sea level, from 0 to 3,000 meters is in like a couple of hours is a huge gap, Nita.
And I feel for your friend because I'm that person. When you're going traveling, especially hiking and not with people who are more fitter than you, it's hard on you because they're going faster, right? And you feel very hopeless because you're not catching up to their pace. And then when you lied about, it's there. For you, it's quite motivating, not going to lie. But you're literally, your goal is not even to go to the top. It's like to catch up with my friend. Yeah. And then that moment, you're just like, nah, I don't care anymore. It's okay. So it's who you pick, who you go with.
Yeah.
And also, you also feel like you're holding them back.
Yeah, no, it definitely. That's how
true.
I feel.
I think
that's true.
So
I know that feeling as well.
That's where all the conversations happen. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be right behind you.
In a lot of my travels, I've seen this scene so many times.
Trust me.
Like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Every time.
You know what the funniest thing was? It was the way he was like posing as well. Like, I'll be right there. So that's one thing, right? But say you're dungama basiरहेको छैन यस्तोले कसरी बसेर
Name and shame this person, please. Name and shame. For free.
Literally यस्तो like bag पनि बोकेको थिएन ल यस्तो भताक्कै छ क्या हैन म सक्दिन go without me. I'll be right behind you. I don't want you to miss the sunrise.
I love it.
I don't want to hold you back. Just go. I was like, bro.
One of the funniest dialogues that I've ever heard about that situation is, Kling Beach.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Midday, right? Midday, and you know how the path down there has no shade.
Yeah.
2 girls were coming up, and now Erica was like hyperventilating to them. त्यसको साथीले चाहिँ यस्तो हाउ त्यसले के भन्यो leave me here, you go, even if I die here I'll be fine, I don't want to hold you. त्यसको साथीले के यस्तो हाउ गर्दैन, why would I climb over your dead body to go? When you're emotional like that, the dialogue
it comes out right there when you are like that, because at the same time you don't want to hold someone back and say you don't want to be responsible for someone else. You're giving them like being a burden to them.
Oh my God.
That's how I feel often.
Because I think Meri the Sathi Pani, like as we're going up, like that was our only chance and the moment to go there on sunny, and we're already there. Yeah, we did that effort, and the weather was really nice. Like as in, it didn't rain, but it was windy as fuck. But it didn't rain.
You know where I saw the sunrise from? Like probably like 8th station. And I saw the sunrise, right? Because I wanted to time lapse.
Yeah.
You know what I did? GoPro set gare na. I'm in the middle of the audience. GoPro set gare time lapse ma. And I sat back. And I यस्तो भित्तामा ढाम गएन. अनि म बसे के त्यही लथरक्क बसे. And I was looking at the camera खिचिरहेको. And I looked at, and it was केटाहरुको peeing wall.
Okay.
I saw all the P marks and I'm literally sitting on it.
Did you not smell it?
Yeah, that's why I looked around. But I had no energy to get up from there. It's like
you already
sat here.
Yeah.
Like what else is gonna happen? Like honestly, all the P marks get.
Yeah.
Fuck my life. This thing going on there bathroom.
Definitely bigger than you.
I'm telling you,
smelling of pee, looking like a proper like all worn out, right?
Excuse me, I didn't hear that. I was full blonde. Like I had long hair, like full blonde. And oh my god! Honestly, that kind of
definitely a beggar.
Definitely. Jokes. But I think Fuji climber like people who doesn't like do it the Japanese way always has a story to tell. Like Amore Stones, because
the Japanese way like
is being super prepared. Japanese people are really prepared. Like they will do it accordingly, and they will plan their trip. Like some people starts at like 10 a.m. And hikes up to halfway by like noon or midday on Sunday, like evening, afternoon, and they'll just chill there, relax, sleeps, and then enough energy to go back tomorrow again.
Whereas, so they do like step by step.
Yeah, and they also have enough gears, enough food, and everything. Exactly. Whereas us, lights are light. We need light.
Did you guys take the bus to the 5th station and then climb from 5th station?
Yeah, I think
the proper ways from station 0. Okay? Sea level butter. You climb. So basically, station okay? As you climb,
I can gather that, but I'm trying to say, why would you do that?
When you can take the bus,
like 5 is not hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As you go up on the bus,
so there's no bus from 5th station.
No, that's the highest and the last station.
Yeah, last station.
Damn it! Tell me when there's bus at the 7th.
Straight to the peak. Oh.
Yeah. God, honestly, it's not a huge mountain, but it's hard to climb.
It's actually 3,700 meters is high.
Considering like Kilimanjaro,
but those are like actual mountains.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Where did you go after Japan then? Yeah. Let's move on.
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah. Philippines.
That's one Asian place that I haven't been to.
I backed out of Philippines.
Oh my god.
But I'm going, hopefully
Philippines, I just went to Philippines as well.
Yeah, I know, I saw. I was like,
so, I've already been, that was my 3rd time. And every time I go to Philippines, I stay a month. Like, if you stay less than a month, just don't go Philippines, man. Like, you're just missing out. First of all, it's not just about you're missing out on everything. It's the fact that traveling is long. Like, you're taking planes, because obviously islands. You're taking planes or boats, and boats can be like 4 hours, 5 hours journey. Buses are like 7 hours, 6 hours journey on Sunday.
So half the time you just spend traveling, and you don't really get to enjoy the most things.
So about unless you're just gonna go to like
to a resort.
Yeah, or one or two islands, then it's okay.
Take few Instagram pictures and
But Philippines is hella nice.
Oh
like
my god.
It is insane.
Honestly, like all I want to do is like island hop in Philippines and like just bloody go either while swimming or just whatever.
Just live the island dream.
Yeah.
Island vibe is the best. God. Like I think Siargao was really nice, but it got destroyed as the typhoon. So they were completely destroyed. Like everything was destroyed. The island, like it was really famous for the coconut go. Have you guys seen the coconut go battle? Instagram, Siargao, Philippines coconut. Lama strip of road with like motorbikes driving or whatever.
No.
Well, Tiosa, okay, that is.
Well, was.
Yeah, Tio.
Was now.
Like it was like, basically it's like an infinite amount of coconut trees. When you're on a little hill, Batama, you could see it. Everything is gone. The gates and like one of the famous piers that they had is completely gone. There's nothing there.
So
it was completely shut for tourists until I think March or but there's still not much to do if you go there. So they're all like everyone's just delaying the process to go to Siargao, LA. But Philippines itself, say open everything is fine. But depending on which area you go to, it's like destroyed by the typhoon.
Really? Oh my god.
But Philippines is.
Where else did you go? I just want to know.
All the countries.
Yeah.
Obviously Indonesia, Bali, Nusa, whatever. Just Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Sikkim, India, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia.
You basically went all over Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Nearly. Southeast Asia, pretty much all of it. East Asia.
Which country did you not go?
Yeah, that would have been easy. Yeah,
that
that one I can answer. Probably like China, Macau, only like South India's like Pakistan, Bangladesh,
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, that was actually a better. Yeah, should have said that.
Right. Yeah. Go to China, man. You will like.
I was actually planning to go to China, because before like COVID, I couldn't go because China was my and I wanted to spend like a really long time in China. Yeah, it was my next plan until COVID happened. Then everything changed.
Right.
But then that made me stay in Taiwan for 6 months. So it was okay.
Taiwan. Honestly, when I see.
Did you go to Taiwan?
No, I haven't. But when I've seen your videos, I'm like, okay, this is one country that I would like to.
I was just waiting on his stories, like when is he gonna change his shorts? And then he was like, I got a new one. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah. He's graduated.
But it was still red.
Oh god. Yeah. But it was iconic. It's like something that went through with you.
Continued.
It's the red short that I had when I was in UK. Literally went around with me. Right. And it's still here. It's got holes in it, but
you know, like the Instagram couples or Instagram, influencers or travel influencers, when they go, they wear something bright so that they can stand out.
Yeah.
And it's usually either red dresses,
red,
like
white, yellow,
white,
yeah. Primary colors.
Yeah, and it was good that my short was red.
Made your mark.
Yep, they were.
Maybe look for half the time, but still made it.
Most of my travel was like Khali Kuta, I think, like either slippers or Khali Kuta. I just got so used to it. So yeah, I definitely looked like a.
Right. The most interesting question I think for me, all in all, if you don't mind asking, if you don't mind answering, all in all,
budget.
How much money did you spend?
I knew this was coming. I knew this was.
You must have like some accounts for it because you're budgeting.
I could tell you. I won't tell you the exact price, but it's the answer. I could tell you the budget that you could estimate for a month because it would fluctuate every time. And plus, Meri say Satyale connection like I got. You could pretty much say I got like nearly a whole year for free of travel, like free accommodation and food.
That's nice.
So, but monthly wise, it was around 900 to 1,100 pounds spendage, including accommodation, food, and travel and everything. But obviously, I didn't do that for full 2 years. Because me and Marma like a month or maybe 2 months that I stayed for free, and then they fed me, and they also even showed me around. Like they took me like, to new places, their home, whatever. Korea, same. Japan, I got to stay with friends. Thailand friends, and so Vietnam friends. So this the budget dropped, and my time of stay increased. Yeah. So it went from 1 year to like further up. And obviously when I went to Nepal, to the John, everything like family areas, home. So it's just like, oh, okay, I got like another 2 months of travel for free.
We need to tap into this circle of friends here.
Circle of friends.
To be honest, friends making, like, you have to make friends when you travel. Like, and it's like, okay, for example, even if you meet a tourist, making friends with a tourist is good because one day you will go to that country and and be like, hey bro, I'm coming over. And if the thing is, like, when you make friends, you need to make sure you stay in contact with them. Not just like, oh, I met you, I've got your Instagram and then and then suddenly contact it's a bit weird. Like, they ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, come stay with me. No. So the good thing about me was, like, even now I still connect with those friends, like Sadia Sanga, and I'm like kind of close. So that's why, like, they were comfortable enough for me to like stay with them and stuff. So but definitely making friends, and sometimes it's just like hi, are you alone? You just waddle up to them and be like,
definitely when they're crying.
Yeah. Are you okay? I think
the best place to make friends is, like, when you're checking into the hostel, when somebody else is checking in and they're on their own.
I think
what's your itinerary like?
Hostel in general is one of the best places you can make friends. First of all, it's not just about meeting international people. You meet local as well. Local or budget mounts, and hostels are budgeter than hotels. So they're in hostels. Second of all, just the staff themselves, like they are not like, hello sir, how are you doing? And they're like, okay mate, like you okay? Like they're very friendly, and they will drink with you after shift. Like they will even invite you out. They're very friendly, so it's a lot easier to talk and mix about with them. That's one of the, I would say that's probably the best place. If you're a bit gutsy and out on the street, like you can just approach people. Like I did a lot of that on a restaurant. I did in a restaurant as well. That was really awkward, I think. But she was quite nice. I stood here. Thailand मा थियो है मेरो होटल के यो रेस्टुरेन्टमा ब्रेकफास्टमा गएको थिएँ एक्लै छु हैन केटी थियो एक्लै देखेँ गएँ अनि ठ्याक्क मलाई आएको थिएँ क्या how many people just for one भन्थेँ ठ्याक्क देखेँ गएँ त केटा सिधै are you alone, do you mind if I join you? I'm also traveling like solo, so do you mind if I join you? Oh yeah, it's okay, yeah, fine, okay.
Is this you on a regular, or is it just you traveling mode? People tend to have a different personality.
I'm pretty open on general, but yeah, I would say I don't know. I would think that's just me in general. Like I just bit.
I have to say, crazy. Travel, when you're traveling, it's almost like you do unlock a different side of you.
The thing is not you have to. It's like survival.
It's like me or nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is it.
It's like
is either you do this or you suffer.
Yeah. So the thing would be like, if you don't want to be alone, then and you're traveling solo, you have no choice but to fucking approach someone. But the best thing about that is, if you actually want to be alone and have your alone time, just do your own thing. Just give that really bad vibe. No one wants to approach you. Just enjoy your solo time, isn't it? But that's
do not come here.
Yeah. Like it's so fun. Like you can just go approach random people, and what makes traveling and meeting people really easy is they're all traveling. So they're also in a mindset of meeting new people. They don't mind. They don't mind sharing stories and like talking. Even though you may not hang out. Even one spot you can always approach and talk to them.
You do connect on a very different level. Traveling like I guess it's for like any other people with shared interests, shared hobbies, but when you're traveling, usually you do meet very open-minded people. People who don't mind getting dirty down and everything. Like they're not like, oh, like we're not gonna do this.
Very pristine.
And they're very open for anything. Like they're very like they don't care. Like they give it a shot. I think that's the main thing about traveling is like you have to be ready to like say yes to new things. If you're too closed off, your traveling is gonna be very boring and very sad and like very lonely in a sense. I ended up doing a thing where I was like, if I've never done it and I don't know if I'll enjoy it, say yes. If I know I'll enjoy it, say yes. If I definitely don't know I'm not gonna enjoy it, say no. So if I'm in between like hesitating, just say yes. Worst case scenario, you're just gonna come back and say no. Exactly. So I was just like, okay, yes. And then
struggle setting boundaries to say no after that though.
Not really, because most of the things, everything were new. Like for example, eating like raw stuff and insects and bugs and like
probably enjoyed. Oh no, like
I ate Thailand ma water bug खाएको थिएँ कि. It's like a fucking cockroach, but like 3 times bigger. Like
how was it?
Oh my god! I think that was the time I nearly threw up.
Oh, inside.
No, dude, I think that was deep fried.
Yeah.
Ani kayo. Ani. It's a cockroach, right? It's technically a cockroach, water cockroach. Imagine trying to eat cockroach shell. It's not breaking, bro. I'm like, for like 3 minutes, boys. So because I was recording in it, like 3 minutes, boys. So I'm still like, jaw do get a cramp. That was the first time I think I got cramps on my like cheeks. Yeah. What's on the last one? And because it's deep fried, I think that bug like soaks up a lot of oil.
Yeah. So all you can taste is oil.
Oil nickling in that. It was like, you're getting sick. And I was like, okay, fuck this. I just swallowed it whole. After 3 minutes. I think it took me like 3 or 4 minutes to swallow that whole.
I know, saying yes is good, but you have to also be very careful, okay? Because
and you have to know.
So there was this one time where in the fall for her, we were in Beijing. There's a crazy food market, okay? Crazy food line. So basically, there's a whole line of stalls where they sell all types of insects. We went there and we tried everything. And I was like, tarantula, insects, whatever.
Tarantula's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
So basically, most insects are like deep fried in spices. So all you
taste
is like crunchy stuff.
And they put salt in it.
Yeah. And I think I tried so many different types of insects. I think it was either the tarantula or the snake that I ate. We ate and we were trying to go back to the subway station, the metro station. And suddenly I feel a bit funny again.
Yeah.
And I was like, hang on a sec. And I looked at my friend and I was like, is there something wrong with my face? And then she was like, it's swelling up. It's swelling up.
Did you get a reaction?
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. And then half my face was like starting to swell up. It was swell up. Like it was like swelling up. Okay. And I was like, fuck. I've had this reaction. It's an allergic reaction. Right? And in China, nobody speaks. Nobody speaks English.
I think
this was 2014, the second time that I was in China, and I was like, nah. And then it was at like 10, 11 in the night, so pharmacies were closing down, and there was an ambulance there, in the middle of the road, just sitting there chilling. Okay. And we walked up there, and it was like, we're showing him this, but he was like doing nothing. He was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, really? And then we ran to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy was closing, and we were like, allergic reaction, like where, like how do we go to? What's the emergency number? If we call, like are they gonna speak English? We don't know. And by this point, it was like half an hour, not trying to find medical thing, and I was like, swelling up. We were like, and then I realized, you know what, guys, if I were gonna have the, if I were gonna, so if I were gonna have that proper allergic reaction, then my airway would have closed by now.
But I think depends, depending on what allergic reaction you have.
How you react as well, how you react.
Some of it doesn't do that.
Yeah. But it was like already half an hour and my airway had not been compromised. So I was like, guys, like my airway hasn't been compromised. This swelling will probably go down. So let's just go back home. Okay. So they were like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Subway man, this was proper cold winter. Subway man, like I had like high necks, layers and layers of jacket, hat, and like scarves. My whole body is itching like crazy, and I'm like, Subway ma, I'm like itching myself, body red.
Everything's like a Subway story. This is there.
When I went to the flat, as soon as I went through the main door, I ran a bath. I was bloody stripping off from like door to the bathroom, and I literally plunked myself in like water, and I just sat there for the next hour until the itching subsided. And then after that, I came out, and then the next day, I think I had that little swelling for like the swelling went down, but it was still there again. So I had it for like about 3 days, and after that, it was okay. So, but luckily, touch wood, I didn't die.
That's so stupid. I don't have much travel stories, but this is the travel stories.
Okay.
So I was with my ex. We went to Mauritius for our like a little 1-year anniversary, whatever thing, and we had a car. And then we went to this up north. There was a beach that no one had been. Basically, it's like so. Basically, the trees are here, this much sand, and then that's water, like bluest water I've ever seen. Yeah. So we were there, and then we had the car there, and we were like in the evening-ish time. So there were two couples, like let's say around their 40s. So they were like, oh, lift there type, okay. So they looked Indian because it's quite. They've got Indian and African, so it's because it's colonized country. And then I was like, drive. We ain't taking these people. This Dumba stops the car. And he was like, yeah, hop on. I'm like, bro, you don't even know what they have or not. And I was like, okay, this is safety now. These people can be carrying anything behind them. Like, the woman's like, she was very sneaky, like, she was like looking at me, it's like I thought they had a weapon. I was shit scared, and I was like, okay, so where you from? And we just started talking, and they're like, they were started talking in Bihari a little bit, and I could make do with that. And I was like, oh, so you from India? And they're like, oh, you can speak Hindi? And I was like, my Hindi skills coming now. Oh, we're dying in this car together. And this was me the whole. I was like, just drive. luckily we were staying at Airbnb, so we knew the owner because he was quite welcoming. And I said, it's down the church, and this is me because I pre-planned everything. I said, down the church, Sati, he works at this place, because Port Louis is basically like London. Everyone just works there and they travel back here.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's such a small island, right? And I was like, oh, he's gone to work and we're staying there. It's his place. So just putting in the mind that we're the local. Yeah.
You're just
not my body was like this the entire ride. I'm speaking all these Hindi words. And then these people said
friendly.
I was like,
that's a friendly.
Nah. This is death or
just a proper chatterbox, isn't it?
Survival mode. Yeah.
You know, when I get anxious, I proper speak. I'm chatting non-stop, and then the sketchy part was they changed the location where they wanted to stop like 3 times here, and I was like, this is not happening. And then after we dropped them to the 3rd stop where they wanted to drop off, and we ran, and I was like, do not fucking dare you do this again. Put my life at risk. I know you don't care about yours, but I care about mine.
Who was your friend?
No. I was my ex. Mango song there.
Oh. What, is this in Mauritius?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, and the Mauritius is like unsafe, right? So I didn't
know.
It is.
One time or not. My Mauritian friend still tells me, I can't believe you did that. You shouldn't be doing this. So you know how Mauritius has like lots of not cornfield.
Sugarcane
fields.
Yeah.
Sugarcane fields on top. And I wanted to take a bloody drone shot of like from
Uh-huh.
but again, stopped my car in the middle of nowhere, went into the sugarcane field, like was taking drone footage.
Went into the sugar.
Yeah.
Could have just taken the drone from outside the car.
No, but I wanted to go all the way and then like explore as well as
because
I was there.
Yeah.
Was see it or not. And I went there, did that, came out, drove off. This was me on my own at like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh shit! Okay,
and then and then I told my friend because I was there for my friend's wedding.
Yeah.
But I told my friend and she was like, "What did you do? Just tell me that again." I was like, "I did that." And later on, I find out that lots of rapes happened in the show.
It's not just the rapes. Like I could see a lot of people were like into stealing, very unsafe kid. I didn't know. I just thought, it's a cool destination. We didn't stay in a resort or anything, but we were just like having fun and not going around places. We're like, oh, this is so cool, snorkeling and whatever. Next thing you know, someone decides to be like, yeah, hop on the car. Bro, you don't do that.
Yeah,
your ex is not the person who is like chatty anyway.
Yeah, and obviously I had to talk, so I was like proper. Yeah, bro.
Dangerous area, but that's a bit. Yeah, it's dodgy.
It was because it was like fisherman village, so no one was there. It was only locals, and just ask it.
I was at a seafood restaurant.
Yeah.
Owner was very friendly, and I was like, he said, "Oh yeah, fishermen go out in the boat in the morning and they bring back fresh. This is all fresh." And it's like, ding, like video idea. I want to go on their fisherman boat. I want to go out. I want to film them fish. Come back. Even got his card, contact number, and said, okay, I want to go. But apparently they leave at really early in the morning, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, they leave
really early. They leave on. They go, are you sure? Like a tourist doesn't do that. I was like, yeah. And he said it's a small fish boat.
Yeah.
And it goes again. So you will have motion sickness. I was like, I will deal with it. I'll deal with it. But I got stopped, and I didn't wake up in time, and I thought my friend later on found out that I had made a plan with some stranger to go out in a fishing boat in the middle of the sea, and I filmed them, and she was like, "Don't be why? I thank God you didn't go. You would have been stupid. Who does that? I still get told off by my Mauritian friends to this day." She's like, next time you come to Mauritius, you're getting supervised. Like,
this is how much of a wimp I am, right? So after your whole fisherman story, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then on the way walk down, we saw swimming with the dolphins.
Oh yeah.
So my ex is not a great swimmer. I was like, we're going. He's like, are you sure? You're gonna laugh.
Hear this?
So
what?
I dragged him. Let me give you the context. Meri has a fear of heights. When you say fear of heights, even if it's a chair.
Severe. Okay. I can't get down.
Okay.
So I could feel for your friend. That your friend is brave enough, he came down by himself. Yeah. I couldn't, right? I could probably go my tita or something. So basically, I drag him. I was like, we are going. And he's like, I don't know how to swim properly. And I was like, life jacket and so like, you're fine. We're going.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, that's fine then. So we go on this boat. And I'm like, oh, I'm loving this. I love water, yeah. And there's a lot of tourists there, no? And we go to this like Olikota Kuna whatever, and then we're there, and then wild dolphins swim and I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. Everyone starts jumping. So this Indian dude was there. He was alone, and he was like, I'm so scared of. I don't know how to I don't know how to swim, and I'm like, oh, you'll be fine. Oh, you'll be fine. And so as soon as the dolphins are coming, everyone starts jumping, and I'm just like, whoa, hold on a second. No one told me I had to jump.
How big was the boat?
Not a lot, but I'm telling you, this chair is high enough for me.
Yeah, okay.
So let's say it was ethical.
Okay.
Let's just say it's a meter
Let's just say,
deep.
yeah.
It's a meter
So everything, and then everyone's jumping. Even the Indian dude jump at this point, yeah. And my ex is like, Meri, let's go. Like very dramatic. Yeah, come with me. And I'm like, it's not happening. So I'm literally on the edge, and then this, I don't know, that person. He was like, madam,
tour guide,
jump. And I'm just like, no, it's not happening. So they gave us 3 chances to go swim with the dolphins. And all this time, everyone jumped. First time to my ex, he didn't go because obviously he was with me.
Yeah.
I was like, I had the dramatic, you go. Yeah, but she thought 3 times that man said, madam, jump, no. And I'm just there like, no.
I can imagine.
I didn't jump. The moral of the story
so
is
you didn't swim with the dolphins.
You wasted that.
I didn't.
Oh
I saw the
God.
dolphins in my water, but I couldn't get. I physically couldn't. But then afterwards, they took us to like snorkeling place, and then I snorkeled and I had fun. Well, everyone looked at me like this coward bitch.
Paid for this trip, didn't even do the main attraction.
I know. The fact that I dragged him as well, but I didn't do it myself, is so funny.
I'm not a strong swimmer. I can really swim like breaststroke. I can't even swim the other way. I can float, let's say. And my friend was like, let's do diving. I was like, this was the first ever experience diving.
Was it like jumping from thing or like
no,
like deep
diving.
Yeah.
And they were like, we signed up, like bloody put a wetsuit on, and then we were at the water, and they were teaching us how to pop it back in if it went out, and then like how to take the water out from the goggles. And I don't know whether it was my nerves, I was just not getting it. And he was like, if water goes in, press it and then blow. And I'm like, not getting it. I'm like coming out with water just up to here, and I'm like, I can't do it. So they gave me one instructor by myself. Okay?
Wow,
like one-to-one. They took us out to the boat, and we all went in. We were going around, and then like it was really nice. I got really comfortable and calm. And I was like, oh, I'm doing well. And at this one point, he showed me like weight one. And then he went around, and there was the only signs he taught me was like okay, not okay, or want to go out. And then he showed me how to swim. in the water, he was like,
what did you do?
What were you doing then?
I couldn't do it. I'll tell you what I was doing. I was like GoProing, thinking I was swimming.
So were you in the same spot?
No. Okay. I was going around. I just somehow was going around, and I was thinking, okay, this is like good enough for me.
Yeah.
Like seeing lots of creatures, and he was like pointing at me, like yo. And then at the end, he gave up, and he took a couple of weights off me. He took a couple of weights off me right in the underwater. I was like struggling to stay still. What he did was like, this is a very sexy moment. This guy probably got lucky, man. Basically to stay stable, because I was
like jealous of that.
I was not I could not stay stable to get the weights off. So I had to, like, he showed me how to hold me. Like, he told me to wrap my leg around him so I could stay stable. And I was in the middle of the ocean with this guy. I have not even seen his face. He was here. I was holding him like this.
Oh my! I didn't know this was 18.
I was holding him like this. That's how I could save it. And he was like literally here, taking off my weight off my save. And I was like, okay. And then after he took it off, and then we went around, and then I went up, like all the way up. The boat took us away, and then I was looking at it. I was like, oh yeah, I did well. And he did say, oh, you were very calm for the first time. And I was like, I thought that was a compliment. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I didn't feel fear. Like I was like, I have fear. Water,
like,
and I was like, yeah, it's okay. And then I went up there, and later on I go home and I look at the footage.
Yeah.
You saw my story, right?
I wanna know.
The whole time he was like dog like lead man.
And she thought she did good.
I thought I was swimming. The whole time he was carrying me.
Do you have the clip? Add it on the episode. I wanna see that.
The whole time he was literally like, when I lead was going, he was literally going on like this. And I was like, I thought I was swimming.
Did you not feel it? Like someone was.
No! I thought I was swimming.
She thought she was a mermaid.
Yeah.
She thought she was a mermaid.
I can swim underwater.
I was like, having a sexy moment with Aquaman.
Oh yeah. Oh my days.
Oh my god.
Oh my days. All that like when saying, I did so good type of moment.
So
calm. I was like very interested in what this man looked like. He took all his gloves off and he was like this middle-aged man with like beard and half bald head. I'm like, okay, no, maybe. Whenever you're in that situation, you do feel a little bit, okay.
What's the time?
Okay, alright, okay.
But then when he got there, he helped me take off my sweatsuit. Like he didn't help anybody. Like nobody got help. I got help. He took off my wetsuit and then and then he went like all the way. He followed me all the way to the shower and he was like, oh, hot water here. Like he was like giving me one service, man.
Wanna help? Gotta go. So yeah, that on this whole dolphin trip, I'm still there. No?
I know this story.
I don't know.
The boat mats on us.
Oh yeah,
they had to push me from the. So my ex got on first because he was like, Meri needs help as always.
Yeah.
So he was like, Matthew, I don't know how. And I'm just like, I can't. And someone just had to do this again.
And then didn't your boyfriend grab you from top and like drag you?
Yeah, he dragged, and I was on the floor. And they were like, oh, he's strong. Because he's quite petite, you know. He's like, he's strong. Like, oh my god.
Oh man, that's jokes.
Like tunas get like hooked.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I'm not even kidding. It literally looked like that. And there was like, and there was two people from. I don't know where they were from actually, but they were white, and I couldn't even ask because I was so embarrassed at this point.
That's jokes. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Wow. I'm sure you don't have such stories.
Funny. I don't. To be honest, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. It's a funny story or anything. I have a lot of stories or is it? Like my drone got stolen. And then I lost my wallet. That had £500 in.
Oh my god.
And then I had a bike crash, like on a highway in Vietnam.
Oh my god.
But this
big damages.
The bike accident was actually alright. Not mine.
Yeah.
So, but the good thing, it's so there.
That's what they all say.
It was definitely that guy's fault for like turning on the highway. And then the good thing was I managed to jump out of my bike and just ran on the highway for like a good 100 meters. Lucky there was no cars coming. Yeah, because अब यसरी जाँदैछ हैन यहाँ यो बाइक यसरी टर्न गर्दै थियो के म यसरी आउँदै थिएँ he turned यसरी क्या यहाँ पछाडी हाने I jumped off the bike and I was just running. And then they fell. यस्तो पछाडी हेर्छु and I was like shit lucky ट्रकहरु आएको थिएन यार भइरहेको थियो कि अनि यस्तो पछाडी हेरे next thing I know is like केटी लडेको छ खुट्टा यस्तो फ्या पारेर भुइँमा हुन्छ नि head first हैन खुट्टा चाहिँ फ्या यस्तो छ है my bike stuck in between her legs and I was like oh shit has it ran over her कुद्दै गए bike यस्तो उचाल्यो lucky it didn't like it was just in between her legs मात्र bike हटायो lucky side बाट मान्छेले देखिरहेछ क्या जंक्सन तिर जस्तो नि त they all came and helped us
they
go
do
to the
help,
shop.
Vietnam it's so
they came and like helped us out. English कोही बोल्दैन थियो, तिनीहरू बोल्दैन थियो क्या. Luckily त्यो साइडको एउटा केटा चाहिँ बोल्ने रहेछ. He was like, everything's मलाई आउँथ्यो, are you okay? And so I'm like, I'm okay, but is she okay? Are they okay? Because I just ran हुन्छ नि after the accident. I'm completely fine, but they were the ones on the floor क्या. So like, are they okay? तिनीहरूको चाहिँ हातहरू यताउति काटेको थियो. They were saying something. The girl was shouting at the dude, going, and he was saying, and she was going, and are you okay? Go before the police comes. Go. So we just drove.
Well, I had to pay off the girl. So basically, it was my fault, to be honest. In the end, I mean, it was sort of like both of our faults. So the whole Hajiang look, we didn't have a, the phone GPS on this stand.
Oh yeah.
So all I was doing was making do with the rubber bands. Rubber bands, I was holding the phone on the bike.
Did you guys have a tour or solo? Whatever?
Solo. We just rented bikes and then went off. And then I was like using rubber bands. So in the end, when we did what do you call it? The bottom, okay. Oh my god, you know the King Kong or oh my god.
Ninh.
Yeah, Ninh Bin ma say basically.
That's right.
No, not Ninh Bin. Not Ninh Bin.
King Kong Island, that's all.
Oh no, that King Bin. That's not the other one. You know the waterfall.
Khao Bang.
Yeah, Khao Bang. Yeah, literally that's it. The owner gave us a stand, right? And I was super excited about the stand. And I was like going uphill to the waterfall. Not the waterfall going it was like a hairpin, it's the turn.
Yeah.
Turn. Okay? So I went around this turn, and I fucking by this time I've ridden a scooter for like 3-4 days, right?
Yeah.
So I was like fucking super cocky and not confident. एक हातले चलाउँदै एक हातले GPS music लगाउनु खोजेको के
why
GPS पनि हैन I was trying to put on some music on the Spotify पनि छैन के on YouTube I was like searching next thing I know I look up and this girl is like literally stopped on the side of the road ke and I just fucking rear-ended her.
Shit.
I'll still show you one of the stories. Again, my bruises, like my whole leg was like bruised up, and it this got a number plate light. It got broken.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, I'm okay. Like they were like quite concerned that whether I was okay or not because I was like I literally bloody fell. And they were like, I'm okay, like how are you okay? Because my scooter was damaged right now. And then hers was damaged. So I was like, let's go to the nearest thing because the parts are quite easily found. I'll pay for it.
Like motorbikes everywhere.
Yeah, I offered to pay for it. And I was like, we went to 3 different 3 different places and they didn't have those parts. Okay. And at the end I was like, okay, I'm running late. I only have 1 day in this place. I'm running late. So I was like, can I give you some money? And she was like, yeah. So I gave her like 300 baht, 300,000 baht. Is like 20.
300,000 dong, you mean?
Yeah, dong.
Yeah.
Baht.
But you're in Thailand.
I'm in Thailand.
Are you sure 300,000? That's nothing, yeah.
Oh no, I literally paid. It was about 20 pounds worth, money.
Yeah. So
So I gave her that, and she was quite happy, And I knew it was way more than what it was cost to repair her. But I still wanted to get rid of her because we were running late.
And you don't want to deal with that shit.
And Divas was getting like RCK because of that. And I was like, you know what, listen, I'm not gonna deal with this guy's like diva moment. I'm just gonna pay you off. Paid her off, and we met her in the waterfall. I was like, okay, hi. When they were like, hi. They were so happy that I rear-ended her, but she got paid.
It's a payday, huh?
Yeah, payday. It's like hi. But they were like so prepared. They were like wearing traditional. Could they change the traditional clothes?
They do that a lot.
And I was like, okay, that's nice. But yeah, and like scooter, no. But I had like bruises here. Oh my god, it was such a. Let's just not even.
That's your fault though.
Probably because I was so tired. Because like we were driving from like southern parts of Vietnam to north and everything. Okay? And we were driving. I kid you not, around 13 hours a day. We were waking up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning, driving till 10 p.m.
Your body must be like,
holy
shit. You know what? That's the type of travel I am used to.
Yeah, it's
for
fun.
People, for Diwash, he was like getting pissed off left, right, and center.
Really?
Yeah, I could not travel with you.
Like, honestly.
It was fun. Like, the first couple of days are quite tough, I know, when you're not used to it. Holy shit. For like the first 3 days, chak dukhera chai झन्डै मर्यो. But after that, it was fine. Like
you were used to it.
So comfortable with the bike as well, like standing on the bike and just riding normally. It's fine, but still driving 13, 14 hours a day and like having like 5 hours, 4 hours sleep a day. I think I was just being a bit reckless, especially when I lost my wallet. See, मेरो साले wallet lost गरेको कारण was because of my drone, यार.
So it happened in the same place?
Wallet हराएको अनि drone crash भएको. So I just bought this new drone, which is the one I currently have.
Mavic.
Mavic 2 Pro. And I was like, King Kong Island with a Ninbin Mai, King Kong Island. I was like, oh yeah, this is a sick shot at it. Got excited. Just like that. Next thing I know, connection go. And then I was like, oh shit, it should come back. It should come back by that day. And I was like, okay, response and I was like, it comes back, and all I see is like a tree roots on again. And I was like, oh shit. And this is, I panicked. Obviously, I don't know where the fuck is Ninbin Mother. Like, there's like loads of towers of rocks and weird santa. Ke gonu goera ani male त्यो boat कुदाउने केटीलाई भने like, oh, maybe your drone. Obviously, they didn't speak English. I can't remember how I told them, but I managed to get the message across, and I was like, Meri harai eta kata goyo. We were searching for 5 hours for that shit. 5 hours खोज्यो. We managed to find it in like this एउटा rock in the middle of nowhere. Jungle थियो. I thought I could climb it. गयो है. यस्तो जंगल हेरे डर लाग्यो Vietnamese snake भनेर. अनि फेरि ठिकै छ अरे गयो अनि माथि नि रहेछ फेरि. It was a cave. There was like a सानो cave on the top हैन. त्यहाँनिर अर्केको रहेछ, and they were like, oh, we have to call a bird hunter, like the guys that would go up a tree or whatever and get there with तिनीहरु लिनुपर्छ नि. So they sent me away. They took my details. अनि बोलाएर तिनीहरु लियो हैन. साले यस्तो बाटो छ गधाहरु. They knew I needed that drone back. They knew it's expensive equipment, so they were like, oh, you have to pay us for getting that, because we had to call the bird hunter and you had to go up there and it was dangerous, so you have to pay us. And I was like, okay, fine, like what you like. I thought they were going to say like 30, 40, 50 pound or whatever, and like 100 and something. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, $200? We managed to get it down to like 100 pounds, okay, 150 pounds enough. So that's 150 pounds gone there.
Yeah.
And then that same night, I know, bike kudaera fuel sucking idea, so I was gonna go fuel it up. Bag is wallet is hostel ma khotchu wallet is, and in that wallet I had 400 pounds. So I had about like 300 Vietnamese dong, 100 pounds in UK cash, and 100 euros, okay. Just emergency money, say like UK currency ma. Whole thing completely gone. We spent, I think, about 2 days looking for the wallet. Luckily, I was not alone because I hadn't even paid the hostel.
Yeah.
So then Mera sati and I had no other option. Like, yo, bro, can you sponsor me?
Yeah.
So luckily, he paid for everything for like a week. Hanoi ma goyo. I found a UK citizen who was working there. So I transferred him the money and he gave me like £100 worth of Vietnamese dong. That £100 basically lasted me like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I went all the way from Hanoi to Sapa to Ha Giang Loop and then back to Hanoi. And then my dad sent me my card and my driving license.
Oh my god.
Cambodia, I could say it was just me being stupid. But on my defense, in my defense, like there was no one there, so I don't know how the fuck my drone got stolen. So that guy knew I had a drone from, I don't know how he knew, because like मेरो bag ma थियो, dry bag ma क्या I had my wallet there as well with money, and the only thing he took was the drone. मेरो wallet, my money, he could have taken the whole bag if he wanted to, and taken both the drone and the money, but he just took the drone. And I wasn't even that far away. I was like I would have probably up to that door, maybe a little bit further. त्यति टाढो मात्र थियो, and यस्तो सुरुमा हेरे still there, okay, फेरि sunrise photo खिच्दै बस्दै थिएँ है, यस्तो हेर्छु छैन.
So they knew you had it for a long time.
Because the thing was, it was on an island, it was a small ass island, and like I woke up at like 4 a.m. for the sunrise, and obviously I was being safe, and I looked around, there was no one there, no one was awake. कोही उठेको थिएन, म मात्रै थिएँ एक्लै बीचमा. And मेरो हस्टेलको अगाडि बेन्चमा राखेको थिएँ मैले, and I just walked up to the beach, literally हस्टेलको त्यो रेस्टुरेन्टहरु हुन्छ नि, त्यहाँबाट बीचसम्म मात्रै about like 5 meters or whatever, त्यहीसम्म मात्रै हिँडेर गएको थिएँ, फोटो खिचेँ हेरेँ, still there, खिचेँ, next thing I know it's gone. I was so depressed. Like that's the time I was like you know when you go through a breakup, that's what it felt like, but maybe worse, yeah.
Because all your footage is there.
No,
you backed up.
No, I didn't care about the footages. It was the emotional damage that did, the sentimental value it had. Because when you're traveling solo, and I had that drone, the cameras with me since UK, and when you've been traveling for so long, like you kind of grow into like it's like it's been with me together for so long. Like it's like my body just like some sort of body, and you've always had it, like always flying it, like but it's still fun. And then suddenly it's not there, and it's like. First of all, the money damage is financial damage is quite big. Yeah. Second of all, the sentimental value. I was like, oh shit, like I was just hostel ko bena bossy. Like luckily there's like British guys, like they were like, oh don't just sit here, come out with us, like otherwise you're gonna feel shit when I went out with them, which was good because like that kind of cleared me out. But yeah, for that whole day I was so shit. That was like I was like, this is worse than a breakup. And they bossy. Vietnam, I was when I lost the wallet, I was going through the same thing, but luckily because of my friend, I was like, I had a bit of cushion. I could push through it.
Like
because that was tough.
When my stuff get stolen, I care more about the memory card. Yeah, like just give me the memory card back, because I can't go back to the place.
Main thing was like I clear my memory card every night. So and that was like the first thing in the morning. So I hadn't even flown my drone yet because it was still like kind of dark. So there was no so there was no memory there in the first place. So the footage I didn't care so much about. It was more about like the drone itself and the wheel. But that was tough. And then I found out after that, because I didn't stay long, I was like, fuck it, I want to get the fuck out of this country. Oh, this pissed me off so much. So there's so many stories. First thing, I go back to the same hostel in Phnom Penh, and the dude I met there, like I can't remember where he was from, but the dude I met there was still there, and he was meant to have left like ages ago, like a day or so after I left, and he was doing a bicycle trip from Vietnam to his home. I think it was like Belgium or Germany or somewhere there.
Wow.
You can do it, and they will go there. They saw, and that was his stop. So he had a really nice road bike, and like those expensive bikes, right? And then I come in like, oh bro, you're still here? Like, yeah. It's like, how come? My bike got stolen, right? How did your bike got stolen? Man, like, because usually stolen, he used to keep it inside the hostel. Like, how? Like, I don't know, man. I just put it here and it got stolen, and then luckily CCTV let the hit here, like how it got stolen. This is how fucking crazy Cambodia is. Like, so imagine this is the railing, like just a normal railing. Bike ले यहाँ राखेको थियो. यस्तो गरेर फोनमा map के हेरेको हुन्छ. This guy walks straight past him, goes around. Comes back and just gets the bike, and he goes off. And this phone he didn't even see that cat. Literally so casually, like walks straight past him, goes round, comes back, and then just strolls his bike away from him. It's gone.
Seconds away.
No, literally, this is how I lost my phone as well.
Right there, man. Like it's closer than this. It was closer than this. It was more closer than this plan with me. Yeah. And there were so many pickpocket cases in Cambodia. So if you guys go and
pickpocket is like intense in London, China,
Cambodia, I'm like
I've
really
traveled to so many countries. You know where I got mugged? In Sheffield, in the UK. Broad daylight at 1 in the afternoon. As I was crossing the road, I got grabbed from behind. He grabbed me. The other guy just like literally खल्तीबाट सबै फोन सब लिएर गए दुईजना भाग्दै and I was like 5 seconds मा what just happened?
Yeah.
I looked behind and then this two black teenagers running and I'm like trying to run, but who can outrun those tall black men like
mine's like your friend actually. I was in Chinatown and then this is a brand new phone. I'm still recovering from that iPhone 13 Pro. I had it for 2 months.
So this is recent then?
Recent.
Oh shit.
So Chinatown, I was there and me and my sister were eating something and we were like, let me just get a drink. So I walk into the Chinese store. Phone I put it in my pocket. Decided what to get. Usually Apple Pay, but I didn't think of Apple Pay. I got cash. Cash to pay. I got out. My phone's not there. Like I was like, who stole it? Literally there. And then I went in the CCTV. I was like, oh, CCTV footage. Can I have a look? And she's like, oh, it plays, but it doesn't record it. I'm like, thank you then.
What the fuck's the point of that then?
Yeah, I sent a message to Met Police saying your place, it got robbed. This particular shop, there is camera as well. And then you're like, oh, sorry, Miss Guru, we can't do anything about it. I'm like, thanks. I love how it's like they're so good at it. Yeah. So good at stealing. But that bike damage, what did you do after that? Did he continue with another bike?
I think he just did a little bit of traveling at Tauti and went back home or something like that. I don't really remember what he said. Yeah, he completely fucked up his trip. But maybe he did end up buying another one. I'm not sure. But he stayed there for a little while longer than I did. Because whatever that happened. And similar freaking time. Like same country, same time, same place. And I was like, I need to get the fuck out of this country because I've had enough because my drone got stolen.
Yeah.
And everything's shit enough. And I was like, I bought a ticket to go to Bangkok directly from Phnom Penh, which was a night, a bus, then another bus, which is a really long trip. I was like, okay, I paid it. And volleyball. I was like waiting for the bus driver. They said they're going to pick me up at 9. It's 10 o'clock already. It's 11 o'clock already.
You never got picked up.
And I was like, I was even talking to the hostel guys, like, bro, like, it's already 9, like, it's already 10, it's already 11. And then they called up someone, someone comes to pick me up. They say, boss, took me back to the hostel. It makes me wait. And then, tempo, and then that tempo ride was one of the craziest ride out. And I thought I was in like a Fast and Furious movie. Yeah, like, because it's the body, sir. Those motherfuckers, they forgot me. They forgot me. I paid $33 to take me from Phnom Penh to Bangkok, right? They fucking forgot me, and they were trying to hook me up to a random bus that goes to Bangkok, right?
I've been in that situation.
Not a random bus, but like a bus that goes to Bangkok.
Let me tell you, do you not feel like you're illegal refugee being smuggled?
Yeah.
You literally feel like that. I feel like 2 in the morning just sitting by a roadside trying to eat this warm pot noodle. Oh my god, you feel like you're being smuggled across the border. Yeah.
Oh
man, only the tempo driver was driving, literally was like, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna tip or like some shit was gonna happen, like drifting and whatever, And he was driving around the whole Phnom Penh looking for a bus that goes to Bangkok.
So like he was looking, he didn't even know.
Same situation, Marco. I already prepaid this bus. And this guy was like looking for buses to put me in.
He stopped like 2 or 3 different buses. Last night, I got a bus to Bangkok. And I was like, I wasn't even sure if there was actually space for me or like if I was going to be sharing with someone or something because I didn't want to share with anyone, And because the thing was Cambodia night bus is nice.
Sleeping car.
Yeah. If you are with people you know or if you're by yourself or whatever because you get the whole cabin to yourself. But if you're with a stranger and they like snore or whatever, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, I was lucky. So after like an hour of like this crazy tuk-tuk, like I swear to God, nyako gari fast like it was like a race car but a tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
And like, bam,
all the AC wind coming through.
Luckily, okay, I got in the bus or whatever, and got a place to myself. Mazale, it was a bit crime, but mazale payo. Border ma pugyo, okay, fair enough, but my bus should be from there to Bangkok. Border ma pugyo, checking it, like took me like an hour, whatever, fuck it. Goya, argasa goya, tickets pena dekhanchu. Not my ticket. So I'm like, what the fuck? How do I get to Bangkok from here? I didn't know what to do. This was like, so how do I go to Bangkok? And some bus driver didn't know either. Like they're full. In a go van. Thailand was more like a van than a bus, like a micro.
Minibus.
Yeah, this the thing. So like they're all full, and I was like, oh shit, stranded by yo.
Yeah.
And I was just like walking around. Are you sure you're in? I paid for it. On their bus, and in the end, like I didn't get it. But like couple of hours later or something. Philly sold this bus and eura van my space and I was like, Bangkok? Yes, okay, I'll pay. I don't care, I'll pay. And then I went to Bangkok. I paid extra, yeah. So I instead of $31 or $33, I ended up paying like maybe around $50 or whatever.
Mine to like the sleeping class when I was in India, me and my friend, because I wanted to do India solo, by the way, right? And I actually booked the ticket without asking anyone. And my friend was like, are you fucking stupid? Money answer. And I'm so glad he did because I don't think I would have survived it. Because India, they rape you looking at you. And anyways, we were like at this bus stop so we had got a sleeper class like Rohit mentioned. So we booked it and we were like, okay, we're going to sleep the whole I don't know, like 12 hours in the bus, whatever we've got. And then we were there, and then and we're like, wait, hold up, this is not adding up. Like, we were at the bus stop, right? And then another manti comes on, and 4 people in this one little cabin.
Shit.
I was like, and we both were pissed off. We're like, okay, we're fucking leaving. We're like, give me our refund now. And I don't know, we paid like, they gave us some money back, but we had to go to the next destination today or never. Okay, and then we got in this massive local bus with chicken next to us. We were like, we're making it. We don't care.
I'm sorry, bus and chicken is okay. Have you seen a chicken in train? China, I was like, basically some shit happened and I had to be shipped in a car where I was pretty sure in the middle of it that I was getting kidnapped and all that, and to the another
I thought I was getting kidnapped Cambodia as well.
So basically I missed the last bullet train from Hangzhou to Shanghai. So I had to go to the other side of Hangzhou, which is huge, right? It takes 45 minutes in a car to get there. I fell asleep, and when I woke up I was in the middle of this 4-5 lane motorway, and I thought, fuck, I was only going to the other train station. Why am I in a motorway? I didn't know Hangzhou was that big. Why am I in a motorway? Like, this is it. This is another moment. Like, this is it. I'm dying. I'm like finding things to stab this person with. And went to the other side of the city, like local train, where you have your first class, second class, ticket. Like the only ticket they have is like one side, and then I bought that very cheap one, and I was like, I'm already doubting. Okay, this is not like this is a standing China. You have a standing ticket, fucking standing ticket. There's this guy who's getting beaten up by police, and just me, and I'm like, oh my god, like, and then what is this place? And then this train pulls up, right? Bloody 20+ coaches. Okay, I couldn't even see the end of the. My coach number was 17. I was stood at like number 2 or 3. And I was like, this is China. I don't even know whether they're interconnected. So I was like, I'm not risking it. So I fucking ran to 17th coach. I turned up and I'm like, at this point, I'm not even expecting my seat to be empty. Right? And then I go in and the seats are made of wood. Wooden seat. Okay? There's no cushion or anything. Wooden seat. And all I see is this scene from Hollywood movies or somewhere, your Matthew carries where like chickens are flying.
Slow motion now.
Chickens are flying, and I'm like, culture shock. I'm like slowly walking to my seat number, not even expecting to have
chicken
a seat.
Flying from here, there.
But listen,
feathers, boom, boom.
Yeah, I know, feathers like boom. My seat was empty. Everything was jam-packed, but my seat was empty, and I was like super shocked. Yeah, oh my god, people are actually not sitting on it. But the guy, so it was like a 4-seater, right? You're sitting across me. The man who was sitting across, so this is you, like me, right? The man who was sitting across me, like, you know how I said farting in China is not frowned upon. He was sat on the chair like this, like he was he was sleeping like this, and every now and then he would fart, like literally.
Did you wake up in his fart?
No. He just in his sleep, just farting away. Like, I'm staring at his crotch, in this 3-hour train, right? I'm staring at his crotch, sitting on a hard wooden seat, and a chicken is like quack quack from the back. I'm like looking at his like crotch, and
chicken quack there.
Like farting away, and I'm like,
wow.
Where am I?
So there's like a nice fragrance coming from here, chicken from here.
Exactly. 3 in the morning, good train, and I got to Shanghai at like 6 in the morning. Oh my god!
Jesus.
When I came out and when I was sitting at the queue for taxi, I was like, "This is luxury. Like, this is luxury right here." Getting into a taxi where, like, when you don't even speak the language, like, this is luxury. But in Shanghai, oh my god, riding a taxi is so hard, because their addresses are like, here, if you show them, I want to go to like 200 12th road, whatever, address is fucked up. Like, this could be building number 1, this could be building number 15, okay, right next to it. And then the behind is like building number, it's so ill-planned. Ill-planned. So you literally have to name a junction or a specific point that's quite known, like known. You get there, and you literally tell him where to go, okay? Like this one, directions, okay?
Oh my god.
So if you don't know where that place is, you're fucked. You're getting off and you're
so
finding it by yourself.
skills better be pointing.
Yeah.
So you get the tips for everyone.
Oh my god.
Chicken flying.
That was joke. I can imagine myself like slow mo.
I can imagine like proper light as well. She's like
everything slow mo. What is going on?
So memories like that, man. This is why I love China so much.
Like this type of experience is what makes traveling so fun.
It's
in that moment.
It's horrible.
It's like, oh my god, and
I don't even want to go to the story of when we were up in the mountain and we forgot to look at the last cable car down.
Oh, I know this
story. The cable car door like literally closed on my face while my friends were like, I was running ahead to hold them off. My friends were like, somebody's knees broke. like trying to get to the. I ran there, and then the cable car literally closed right in front of me. The gate came, and they locked it. I was like, please let us down, and they're like, no. And then we had to walk down in the dark. Oh my god.
Where was it? China as well?
This is China. This is Huashan Mountain.
Oh my days. How long have we been talking for?
Oh goodness.
Nearly 2 hours now.
Nearly 2 hours. Yeah.
I told you we can go on for days traveling.
It's forever.
Oh my god. But like I think we need to wrap up with a few nice questions, because this is not gonna end up.
No. Traveling will go on for ages.
But what's the best thing about traveling for you?
Ooh. Well, there's more than one thing.
Yeah.
So there's like meeting new people, making new friends, experiencing new things. Is probably one thing, and then also you learn about yourself. Like I tell that stuff, like you learn a lot about yourself. You grow. Like it's like you mature up at like 100 times faster rate than you would if you're here. Like cause with all the shit you go through and all the things you have to do to survive, it's crazy.
Basically unlock levels in you that you never knew was there.
It's a hack to mature up. Basically, you trust me. Independence ticked. Like management ticked. Like ticked. Communication skill ticked. Cooking skill ticked. Like everything.
Getting out of desperate times
ticked. Survival instinct ticked. Like, everything. You just learn it like instantly. I think like that's amazing. Like obviously meeting new people is insanely fun. Like hearing their stories and when you become like a storyteller, like once you travel, it's like there's always a story to hear and tell, and that's really nice and fascinating and interesting. And growing as you travel and being able to use those skills to like on everything else is quite nice. It's not just traveling; you end up actually developing skill sets. It might not be like a job just to like I did this type of, but overall, all this skill set can help that.
You get a lot of street smart, right? I guess like you planning at home is a lot different than what you experience there. Because Garma, you can always be like, I'm gonna take this, but it's never works out like that.
You become street smart. Plus, it's the balloons. Okay, so when you get into survival mode. And you realize what your limit is. You recognize what your limit is, and once you've crossed that limit and survived and come out to that end, you go back and you're like, I can do this. It makes you more courageous.
And you really get to know yourself. Like the amount of things I learned about myself while I was traveling is insane. Like I didn't know that myself until I was traveling. Like I found out when I'm tired, like sleepy tired, or like don't have enough sleep, I get cranky and I crave for sugar, like chocolates and like fizzy drinks or anything. I did not know that before. I just thought I was just pissed off in a bad mood, innit? But the travel got it, but see, like you don't have enough sleep sometimes. You sleep, you're like living the day with like 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep, and then gradually I found out like, now I see the pattern of why I get like this, and then you also see like what type of people is your preference, if that makes sense. Like what type of people you blend with, and like sometimes you don't even need to talk to them, like just by like you instantly know like you're gonna click with this or you ain't gonna click with that. Traveling that helped me a lot to make friends, like whether I'm gonna like this person and I can chill with him, or whether I'm gonna hate this person and I'm gonna dread my time with him. That is the lifesaver skill of traveling. I kid you not.
I can tell you, when you've traveled a lot, you can profile a person. You can profile them miles from, like literally from miles away. You know how whenever we meet new people, and I'm like, this person is this type. You know, most of the time it's accurate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like literally, you can.
I think I'm quite good, but I would like to unlock more.
Yeah.
Next time you watch me, I won't be talking to 10 other people.
But you know, with everything you said, I can completely relate to it. I've learned all that.
Yeah.
But on top of that, one of the main reasons I travel is it's like therapy for me. Like it's my form of counseling, and it does reset me, fills my soul, like it feeds my soul.
That's
and
true as well.
It makes me. It almost like drags me out of depression.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it does help you. It's complete refresher.
Yeah.
Because everything's different. Like the whole thing is different, environment wise, to the people, to the air, everything.
And you feel like a sense of fulfillment when you've survived all that. You feel like a sense of fulfillment. You know? There's this new self-esteem and like this confidence comes out. Yeah, honestly, everybody should try it on.
Traveling is fun.
Yeah.
But I think it's so okay. Like a lot of people, like people who don't travel, makes the difference. Like confuses between traveling and vacation.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we've got a new thing called vacation now.
Yeah, what's vacation?
Vacation is the one you go with your boo. Like your like
BAE
vacation.
Oh, okay.
Not Baywatch.
Oh yeah, I was like, what? Do we just go to the beach or something?
No.
But yeah, there's there's a lot, there's some confusion. There's a lot because people think you go traveling, so you should be like well rested and well recovered.
Yeah.
But nah,
we're
when you go traveling,
beggar level homeless level traveling.
you are more stressed. You are like more relieved. You come home and you're working than you're traveling with Sunny. Like us the Philippines are hate us about there, like the amount of stress and shit you go through. Because obviously,
did you go with someone or?
Oh, Meri Sati France, but we went together, and because Philippines just opened up from COVID and it's COVID time traveling, oh my god, everything was hell. Let's just say that.
Although I've been there many times.
Yeah, I'm like I'm doing the vlog key, like it's coming up soon, but like everything went hell, like downwards. The only out of 3 weeks or whatever right now, the only time that was good was the final 2 days.
Yeah.
That went according to plan, and where we were like kind of like, oh okay, this ain't bad.
Yeah. But that's the fun though.
That's the fun.
Like
but
you expect the
yeah. And like, but that's what I'm saying. Like most people think it's like vacation where you're just chilling and everything is done for you. Like
all inclusive.
I've never been on an all inclusive holiday. I don't think I ever would.
I enjoy all inclusive. The thing is, my way of traveling has evolved over the years. So at first I was like a proper city hopper over jam-packed schedule, city, you know, and seeing the most touristic place, Rome, Colosseum and all that. I got tired of that. And then I started finding new ways of finding into adventures. And in those times, I missed out so many places where I could hike. Yeah. Like, and now I've realized that I'm a hiker, like nature person, right?
You find, like I said, you end up knowing yourself more. Okay.
And then now my traveling is like backpacking, you know. And with Diwas as well. Like when Diwas went with me, he made me realize that I am jam-packing schedule to so much that I'm not enjoying everything properly. So I was like, that's true.
That's
a step back a little bit.
He does slow me down a little bit, like, you know, with his cranky mood and all. But you know, he does show me things that I should see in myself. And that's why these days when I'm trying to go traveling with people that I used to go with, I just can't, because I know that our interests are going to be different.
Right?
But the thing is, that's traveling though. I'm still struggling to not jam pack, but at the same time,
I know what you mean. Like you want, cause you also know a lot of Italy travel but see, you want to like Unsani go see them, go do them.
Like I can do it. Do it.
And in a sense, you can do it because you know how to like travel Unsani and you know how to organize it. But like you said, like jam packed Unsa, and it's like you won't be enjoying the moment. You'll just be like rushing it. Everything is completely different vibe.
Exactly. I think that's the downside.
But that's the thing with the travel. Like you gotta learn to balance it out between also enjoying the moment, but at the same time also like moving around a lot. And it's a hard balance, but it's a good way if you can figure it out.
What's one place that you absolutely want to go?
Shit, what?
Or is that even allowed? Or go back?
Is that even allowed?
One one place what's on your bucket list? Like, what's the top one on your bucket list?
Everything.
Such a hard.
What do you mean, like go as in travel or go as in reside?
No, as in like to travel.
I could go to a lot of places to travel.
Right?
That's even if you ask me what my favorite country is, I can't tell you that. But if you, I could tell you what my favorite country would be, according to like food or to like views or whatever. Like for example, every country gives you something, right? In return, like not a country. It's just like a person. Like there's always a good thing and a bad thing about it. So for example, like Philippines gives you like really nice beaches and wildlife and marine life. And then there's like places like Korea that gives you really nice food, and like Japan really nice food, but views also, culture, tradition. And then there's places like Myanmar, which is full of tradition, like complete tradition, because it's so rural and it's so undiscovered, like so natural.
It's very low key still.
Everything is like so natural, and it's like you see everything from like the ground and up. Like it's just amazing, but that in that sense, and it's just full of natural stuff and sunny. So yeah, it depends on like that. There's it would be hard to say what one place would be, but
what would you recommend to our viewers, what one place you could tell them to go right now?
That would be easy.
There you go.
Okay, so, because I know most of the people are like gonna be working, right? So you guys won't have a long holiday. So, and I know
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Maximum usually, or 3 weeks tops. But and I know like us being humans, we're quite greedy. We want to do everything, right? So in all of that sense, you guys want good food, cheap food, nice views, maybe mountains, city lives, a little bit of beaches and wildlife and everything, right? So for all of that, I would say Taiwan. Taiwan is hands down number one if it comes to seeing everything and doing everything for a short time. Because going from North Taiwan to South is only like 5 hours trip.
Okay.
It's so small. And you can even do a whole bloody loop on a motorbike or whatever, right? It's fine. They have city.
You've given me an idea now.
Yep, they have city life, like amazing. Taipei, like Kaohsiung, Taitung, everything. Hualien is beautiful, amazing. Mountains up to 4,000 meters above sea level.
Okay.
Good enough.
Hot springs, free hot springs out in nature, volcanoes.
Wow.
And wildlife is like, there's a little island called Likyu, like Shaolikyu or whatever, just outside of Kaohsiung and down south. If you go there in that island, literally up to like knee height or maybe even lower, like just in the ocean, you'll see sea turtles like bigger than like my body here. Like you obviously recommend not to touch it as a marine stuff, whatever. But if you want to see turtles and whatever, there's loads. You can, if you're lucky, you'll see dolphins and whales as well.
Yeah, remember to jump from the.
You don't even need to jump. You just gotta swim from the beach. Yeah, and for like, there's like.
Let him jump, let him jump.
That was iconic.
And I mean, Taiwan has everything.
You're selling me Taiwan right
now.
Yeah,
even the foods are really good because you guys like Japan, right? Japanese food, right?
Yeah.
Taiwan was colonized by Japan, so like a lot of food you can get like ramen and stuff, like pretty much tastes similar to Japan. And they also has Ichiran ramen. Yeah, you know it. So Ichiran ramen is like one of the most famous ramen.
And bubble tea. That's
bubble tea.
Whenever I hear Ichiran, I can fucking taste it.
Yeah, it's like, so good. I'm like salivating right now.
Oh my god, people just need to try Ichiran ramen.
So Taiwan is literally from the sea to the mountains, you got it all. To the city life, to the food, and food is hella cheap. Like it's
how expensive is Thailand for them who
Taiwan.
are as
Taiwan.
Taiwan. I just said Thailand.
Yeah, what's it? I think Thailand is calling us.
No, Thailand has been my top destination for a very long time.
I'm going end of this month.
Please take me. But anyways, what is the budget?
It depends how you travel. Like
yeah,
I said, luxury or not. Like hostel wise is quite expensive, around like I think $12 or something like that per night. It can get cheaper to around $8 depending on which city you're in. In like Hualien or like further down like Taitung area, you can get to like £9, £8. But like Taipei area is around 12, I think 10 to 12 pounds.
Okay.
That's doable.
Yeah,
That's
doable.
Food is very cheap. £1, £2, £5 you can get like a massive meal. So you're sorted.
Okay.
Transportation, the longest transportation from North Taipei to all the way down south will cost you £20 tops.
Oh, that's good. We're good then.
if you just rent a whole motorbike, you do need like an IDP, like international driving permit.
I have it.
Yeah, so if you get that, I'm not sure about cars, but motorbike, I can't say for anywhere else, but there's a place in Hualien, just outside the train station, where you can get it for around 350 Taiwan dollar, which is, I don't remember, like £7, £6, I think, per day, something like that.
Permit?
Per day.
Per day.
Oh, per day. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
For that specific store, you don't need an international driving permit, but everywhere else will look
link
for
it.
International driving permit is like so easy to. If you have a UK driving license, take it to a post office that does it, and it's £5, and you literally get a little passport just like
that's it. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, Meri say it ran out because I was out for 2 years. My license was permit was only for 1 year. So yeah.
Actually, that tells me I think I might have to renew mine.
Just renew it before you. To be honest, most of Southeast Asian countries or developing countries, they don't look for it. It's only the developed countries like Japan, Singapore, Korea, and Taiwan looks for it. So unless you're going to those places, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so about £7 per day for a motorbike, or maybe £10 top, something like that for a day.
That's good enough.
So it's pretty cheap. Like accommodation.
Taiwan. Okay.
Yeah, even if
in my top 5, I'm putting it.
Even if you say it's like £10 for accommodation for 30 days, £300 for accommodations.
I've only got my top 4
I feel like I want to go for a month or so in Taiwan.
You can go there for as long as you want. Like trust me, I'm just saying for a short amount of time who wants to experience everything, that would be the best place. But there are. Because Taiwan is a little island, but they also have more islands outside. So there are more things to explore, and also inland as well. Yeah.
Where is one of the top 5 destinations is like South America.
South America.
Yeah, it's bloody like trying to learn Spanish, but just getting there.
I want to go southwest with the Bolivia, the salt flats and stuff. I really want to go
Bolivia, but I want to go to like Bolivia and like all the south areas where they have like all the hiking and places.
And good food. That's
but
my highlight.
Honestly, I think I've always said, I want a van life. Never really got on it. But I did van life for like a week in Ireland. My God, I like van life. But just solo van life, not with a big man just rocking the van around when he walks. Who's complaining about how tiny the toilet is.
I mean, it's not his thing with us. So this is what I mean. You need to find your body.
It's like Diva's guy is the more diva guy.
I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, he's like, honey, like let's save money. Let's stay in a hostel. Even in a hostel, you can get double room. You don't have to stay in a mixed dormitory. I would much rather prefer that. He's like, okay, and then he's like, this is the only reason why we booked like a proper intercontinental, like over the Hanoi.
Yeah.
The Lake Komatipati, there's like intercontinental. That has like overhanging bungalows. And we booked that for the last decade because he was like, yeah, we deserve it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Like, fuck it. Like, we deserve it. Went it. And we're like, okay, this is nice. Like, he does, your keyboards corrupt me, on the side.
But then you do enjoy it, though.
I do enjoy it, but I'm telling you, my budget for traveling has gone up by so much when because comes along.
And it's because let's be honest, you forget to eat. Whereas our traveling revolves around food.
To be honest,
like we plan, like you forget to eat, so your majority of the budget is gone. Now that Divosta is coming and he's like, "Ek khanu parcha," and then you think
he hates. So when I travel, sleeping and eating does not matter to me.
Same. Same.
When I'm with Divas, he's like hungry. He has to have 2 breakfasts. Right? We eat
that's
breakfast at hostel at 7, and then at 10 o'clock he wanted banh mi. And I'm like,
I miss banh mi.
Banh mi 25.
In Farmer there's a
we've been there.
They do a decent banh mi.
It's not bad.
I wouldn't say it's but it's good enough.
It's
not bad. I wouldn't recommend banh mi.
He was like, in Vietnam, all he learned was com. Ani ke bhन्छ uyo uske thank you ra com matre.
I just learned how much, and I completely forgot it by now because we were getting ripped off. Obviously, riding motorbike from like down south and up, like so many local places from Boston Parithianta, and some of them did not speak English at all. Ani, we were thinking, एउटा place they charge us like what 25,000 or 20,000 dong for a pho, right? We go to the next place, like this the place now, just because we're white, they charge us like 100 and something dong.
Oh yeah.
What? We learned from Google as well. Google Translate how to say how much, and everywhere we go, it's like how much before we buy anything. And suddenly, like we were like traumatized.
You learn
basically.
to haggle.
Yeah.
You learn to haggle.
Like we're like, okay, let's have pho for dinner, honey, because I love pho.
Yeah.
We're eating pho. We ate pho.
Vietnam
and then
pho is different.
He ordered a extra leg of duck on top of the pho. He ate it and he sat there. He's already finished 2 bowls of pho and 2 legs of
pho is big as well.
I know, 2
Vietnam.
legs of food. We were sat at a, you know, the Vietnam, you have little stools like Santa.
Yeah.
I was like, is this
my ass doesn't fit.
Nepal ko
plastic.
plastic pounds of that.
This white Australian that was with me on a street food, the stool broke. I felt so bad, right? So the Diwas was like, he's eaten 2 bowls of pho and like 2 legs of duck, and he was sat there and he was like very unsatisfied. Like, I want bath. He hates pho. From that day onwards, he does not like pho. He's like, pho is not for me. Just because of the experience, he does not like. He would rather not eat pho. Like, honestly.
You'd rather not eat than eat pho.
I've been on a hunt in UK to find a pho that reminds me of Vietnam. Because when I first came back to UK, I missed like a lot of Asian foods. One of them being Korean foods, especially Korean chicken, which became one of my favorite. So New Malden's, honey. The whole strip, I went through all the bloody restaurants looking for the good Korean food, and then I found like that I prefer food from different things. So there is one called Chicks and Beer near the train station. That does banging hot wheel wings and ribs and then like Yummy does like really nice tteokbokki with cheese and stuff.
Have you been to Palace, right at the end of the road?
Palace, I went. Didn't really hit my taste buds.
Danko beef for coriander is.
But it's not even Korean though. It's Chinese. Beef and coriander.
Bulgogi or what?
No, it's just beef. It's just like beef matre and then it's coriander.
Danko to seafood bulgogi. It's quite similar to what we had in.
Have you tried Crey Tree in Soho?
I have not been to any Korean places.
No, it's not. It's not Korean. It's Vietnamese.
Oh, Vietnamese. Well, yeah, I haven't found much Vietnamese etauti places.
It's quite rare because my current
we need
favorite
to go on a food hunt.
No, my current favorite is Vietnamese food, right? So I have these moments. I crave something now. Oh, this is Vietnamese. And apparently, Crey Tree has a really good one.
Okay, I might check that out.
And there's a Viet Pho one. Apparently, it's run by a family. It's a very small place. So they like charge. They like bring your own beer. So they charge you £1 for a glass, so you can bring your own beer. And
nice.
Apparently they're quite nice. So those 2 places are my top 2.
Indonesians say satisfied from all the shows. They do hands down.
It's so good.
Pretty much banging same as Indonesia food. It is so sad.
That place is so underrated.
Especially
it's if you small as well.
If you ask them for a local spicy,
Oh my god.
Their local spicy is Indonesia. Everything, the food, the flavor. I wish the portion was bigger, but like
I feel like it's still good enough than what you get out of
I
love that place.
I only discovered that place like a couple of years ago. It's been there for years. It's been there for years.
It's been for a long
time. But I've never actually noticed it.
Same.
Yeah, I was looking for it, and then I was like, okay, this place is in Aldershot. When they're apparently they've been there for.
I
think I went there 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not quite sure.
20 years
ago. I know, but I only discovered it the year pandemic.
I was craving for like Indonesian food and Indonesian near me. That came up and I was like, why not?
Yeah, that's so friendly as well.
That is such a small place.
It is small.
You have to actually wait for Kiki. Get there early.
Pre-book it, reservation every time.
Only if you want like lobsters, call them in the morning and say I'll come tonight. And then
crab or lobster.
Yeah. But I prefer the sea bass because it's more worth the money for me compared to the lobster and crab.
Oh my god, this thing is going from traveling to food. Travel and food goes along.
So I think you guys have the very backpacking style called traveling. Whereas my type is very slow paced. Obviously, I want to do things as well, but doesn't mean like I'll go luxurious. I've never been luxurious, because I always want to stretch my money. But mine's more revolved around food. It will be planned around breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I'll think of maybe we can do a few things here and there.
Location different person. Like for example, I think if I go Korea or Japan or Taiwan again, I would focus food as well as much as my travel and sunny. Whereas if I go to like other places where it's more just adventurous, then I would just care about. Let me just.
I think it differs on people. It definitely differs on people because, when I was in India, even in the midst of places where you couldn't really have much food, I managed to find something to satisfy my taste for what I wanted. It's just. I was just like. It's just how you think of it. You guys forget to eat. Let's just finish.
Right now, I'm craving like Myanmar dish, and I've been like looking for Myanmar restaurant in UK. Cannot find anything. Apparently, there's one in like London. Completely forgot it. I think I missed it.
If you want to satisfy your Thai street food though, I will tell you a restaurant in Nottingham. It's up the it's a trek, but if you ever go that way, apparently it's spot on.
Is it?
It's like Thai street food spot on.
Oh, that's the name.
They run out of pad thai by 5 p.m. And then there's no booking. It's walking only because they don't want to hold. And then you are sat on a tuk-tuk. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Do you want to sit on a tuk-tuk again?
All that trauma back there.
I do not want to eat this. But anyhow, thank you for coming to our little studio. It was lovely.
For having me.
There's more to go, but obviously the time is not in our favor.
Exactly.
We can go on for days. I did tell you guys we could go on for days or even months. Like there can be so many topics from food to adventure travel to, like you said, a slow pace, whatever.
But any aspiring full-time travelers or part-time travelers, do let us know what you want to know more about, and any practical tips that you want to know.
Maybe
we'll
bring Rohit again.
Kidnap
him this time.
Exactly.
On a tuk-tuk.
While I'm sleeping, huh?
Oh my god, we'll share your Instagram because I think you're more active
and
on
your
YouTube.
I've noticed. And your YouTube as well,
and your YouTube, so that we can send us messages and we'll try our best to answer it. But thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And I hope that triggered some traveling juices within you, especially after this whole pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So
so good to be like on Sunday out again and stretch your wings out.
Are you sure the chicken's not flying? Oh, that was comical. Anyways, thank you for listening, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.